Bingo. Oh God, I hope everybody comes. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna wait until people come. Just welcome everybody. It's a Monday night live chit chat. Any topics? I know there's a lot of live streams on, so but anyways. I hope everybody's doing good. I don't know who's watching, but hello. So I hope everybody can hear me. 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure. I just got home, so I'm a little tired. Let me see. Juice. Okay, awesome. Hey, welcome. How are you feeling? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing good. I miss talking to you as a friend. Rose, hey, good morning. How are you doing, Rose? I thought you guys will be asleep by now over there in UK. I love you, Rose. Lots of kisses, girl. Yeah, hellos. Oh, did you? Well, I just got home. It's been a long day. I took a break a little bit just to see who was on stream, but um, it, I was like, "Oh, should I go on? Should I go on? But I had a long day and a long night. Um, so, how are you, Rose? How was your Monday? Well, yeah, your Monday. Almost Tuesday, I think. Is it Tuesday there already? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. I wasn't sure if it's Tuesday. Yeah. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go live stream, but I said a couple of people earlier I was. Good evening, honeydew. Welcome. Nice to see you again. You guys all know that I love you all equal. Tacos. ¿Quién quiere tacos? It's Tuesday tacos. I know they have it here, but tomorrow, not tonight. Yeah, I'll make my own. But anyways, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm still waiting a few people. There's a lot of streams going on, but oh well. I know I have a lot of friends that will be here from UK and other places. So, Rose, what time do you go to work? That you're up so early. Hopefully everybody shows up. I don't want to restream again. How's the weather, Rose, in UK? If you're here still, because I only see one watching. Oh, I see. I know I had to do a lot of paperwork the other day because the end of the year. So I have to get it all organized. Otherwise, I'm out. And oh, okay. How's the weather? Is it cold? Oh my God, really? I feel sorry for you guys. Here it's in the 70s, and today was like during the day in the 80s. But at night it's getting chilly, which I'm glad. I don't have to put my AC, and my bill doesn't have to go high. Wet and raining. We need rain here. I wish it did rain, but oh well. We're always dry. Where's everybody at, Rose? Where's Robbie? Who else? Sandra's probably asleep, right? Baron, jumpers, and hot chocolate weather. Oh. Hmm. So you guys winter started already, Rose? Or not yet? Oh, did he? He just gone out to work. Oh, her guy. Yeah. Let's see. I wish I knew how to put music. It gets to me so bad. I can't do that. Cause music for me, Rose, it calms my nerves down a little. It makes me go into the mood of hearing music, but they'll get it kind of fall. Then when I see. Mm, well, we have beautiful winters. We haven't had a very cold winter last year. Up in the mountains up north, if it snows, then we'll be really cold. But other than that, no. So I don't know what to do. Nobody's here. Hey. You're gonna play some music for me. Honey, dear, I wish you can. FPV went to sleep, so I think. I'm not sure. Hey, Aunt Pearson. Oh my God. Girl, it's been a long time. Where you been, Heidi? How long has it been? What, 3 months? 4? Or longer? And girl, I haven't seen you for a while. But I'm glad that I got to see you. You're here. JB, welcome. Big old smile. Say, been longer. I have been so big. Oh, tell me about it, Anne. I think we all have been busy. There's a lot of people still for Flat Earth that comes here, Anne. So, you're welcome anytime. Everybody's still here now and other places, but mostly we're all away from Flat Earth already. So how long has it been, Anne? What, longer than 4 months then? What's the last time I seen you? 6 months? Redneck Connection. Hello, welcome. I don't know if it's night, evening, morning. Don't know, but welcome. Uh, there's there's so much to talk about today. Hopefully I can get it out. One time I saw two pandas that bears repeating. Hi, JB. You're always funny, JB. Do you still stream, JB, or you don't stream anymore? It's 1:28 a.m. 10, 11, 12. You're in the East Coast, right, Anne? I forgot what state. Okay. Yeah, here's is barely gonna be 10:29 on the West Coast, Tennessee. Hey, Larry. Oh my God, you guys. Ah. ok- Um. God, Larry, how long has it been for you too that I haven't seen you? My God, I am so grateful and blessed that you guys are here. 11:30 p.m. Monday. Oh, okay. So you're redneck here in like Colorado or somewhere around there. Larry, how you been? It's been a long time. I think as well with that. I mean, I haven't seen anybody lately. Uh, yeah. Well, I'm glad we don't change times, eh? So we stay the same the rest of the whole life, I guess. We tried it once, and it people didn't like it, so we wrote it out. And since then, we don't change time. I hate this Eastern Standard. I don't blame you. I would too. I'll be going crazy, Anne. Hello, Grace by God. How are you, good lady? I've been busy for a bit. Thanks for asking. Hope you've been. Oh, Larry, if I can tell you everything what I've been through, let me tell you, you'll be like surprised. But I'm doing good. Thank you. Ouch. Sorry, guys. I just got home, so I'm trying to still bring my body down a little. Hey, Larry, do you know who I saw the other time? Arizona and Flat Earth Deacon. Hey, welcome. Arizona. But Larry, you know who came in the last time? It was Lisa. You remember her, right? Everybody, this is Grace by God. Welcome her with all your arms open, please. Yeah, I saw her on the other stream, the last one that I had. I think it was with the music. I seen her and I'm like, oh my God, it's been a long time. But I'm glad you guys are coming back around. It's nice to see you all. Bring the community back, I hope, Larry. I don't know what you guys want to talk about, but I have a lot to say. So I really wish everybody was here to talk. You're welcome, Grace. I love you, sis. I've been chilling with Jedi. He bought. Oh, did he really, Larry? That's cool. I haven't seen him for a long time too. Everybody's like disappeared. I'm still here, but everybody like went their own ways, I think. Say what's on your mind. Me, Ann? Oh, I can say what I want on my mind. I've been doing it these past months, you can say. I'm still with FPV and the group. Um, what else? Sorry, the train's going by. I didn't mean to. But I do have a lot on my mind. And the last stream that I had, not with the music, I think wait, hold on. The music came, okay, the last stream. I have a lot of things to say. I don't know. Dr. B, been some issues, you know. Yeah, and you should look at his work, how far he's been with everybody and I. You should look into it. You'll love it. Hola, Kimberly. I'm glad you're here. But I'm going to start off with this. Hopefully, everybody will not come after me or judge me, but I say what I always say and what's in my mind. Um, I love everybody equal. I don't judge anyone. That's not my place, whatsoever. And like I said in the last stream, um, you know, it's sad that I get the end of what's going on because I'm never around, and every time I get to stream, I get the so I'm a little lost in some of the stuff, but all I know is that everybody's welcome in my chat room with respect, no cursing. Everybody get along. That's my chat room, and I think that's where I get a lot of good people in here because I think more respect and to each other is very one of the key to get a good stream going, to get people together, get along. And those that know me back 4 years ago, Larry, Ann, and Flat Earth Deacon, and the rest of you guys that are still with me. Okay, and I'm just, I'm so happy that I get to see my old friends. But you guys know me, right, Larry and Flat Earth Deacon? I'll say what I have to say all the time. She, just kidding. So, but anyways, Newfoundlander, welcome. How come you're not showing? I never do. If you see my avatar, that's how I look. I have my reasons, okay? So sorry, but I never did. Been around Zulu and Jibby in real life. Oh, okay. You're hanging out with them, Larry, then? One of these days, Newfoundlander, I will show everything. But when that happens is when I leave YouTube. I always said that. But thanks. You'll see me one day. I've been around cats for 4 years, and if yeah, it'll be almost 5 years. Oh my God, yeah, 5. I think 5. But I know I've been here over 4. So yeah, Larry, it's been a while, very mild. But I'm glad that I'm here. I'm still around. You bet, bro. Sanchez, Flatter Deacon. He's still going on, huh? I went there, I think, earlier just to say hi, but then I had to leave. So no, I'm still around, no founder. I'll be around, don't worry. I mean, you won't get rid of me yet. But it's like I said in the last stream, it's coming near for me to leave soon, but not yet. Uh Larry. Hold on, Larry. Let me wrench you back up. It's been a while. I wrench a lot of people because I haven't seen you guys for a while, and I didn't know if you guys were gonna come. You're good. I just mod. I just made you mod, Larry. Don't worry. I had you last time. But anyways, look, I'm gonna. I don't want to get involved what's going on because I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want to say things that people would be mad at me. But the only thing I do know is that we should get along completely, 100% get along. And any stream we're at, any panel we are on, just we need to get along. Um, Chanino Sanchez, hola, welcome. Dick. Thank you, Deacon. But I think the most important here is just get along as people, as adults. We are sad that we see all this chaos. Well, at least I do. And like I said before in the last stream, I go in, say hi and bye, and that's it. I watch what goes on, and I've always been that way. And people that know me in the past know that I've been that way from the get-go. I just watch back and watch the trolls. Larry, you know that, remember? So, welcome, David. Nice to see you. But, hey, Ducky, welcome. I don't know if it's day, night, whatever, but welcome, you guys. But, my concern in the spiritual realm, again, I might step in boundaries of people's life, but in the spiritual realm, we should all get along. You know, we should all love harmony. And it's just sad that when I step back and see who's on the panel or what they're chatting, I can feel the vibes. And it's like, my gosh, it hurts me too because I really care for all of you guys. Those that I know before, those that I know in the, that I just met. Hi, Jairus, welcome. And I just don't like to see what I'm seeing. Like I said, I love everybody. Once in a while, sleep. Uh, okay, and you could fall asleep on my voice. Everybody does, anyways. Just joking, man. But anyways, I wish I can see everybody get along and nobody, about what is that? Judge, um, everything. I mean, God, I wish we can all get along as one, as a family that we are. Like in my personal family, my family, we're the same way. And I get upset with my own family because we're supposed to unite. And that's why I said last time, I'm strong and I'm gonna keep strong from my family. I have to, no matter what I go through with them. I never bow mouth my sister, my brother, um, backstab them or judge them or any kind of negativity because I love them just like I love you guys. I will never do that. And I offend anybody, I will always say I'm sorry because that's me. But there's times I don't do nothing and I'm in the middle of this and I hate it. So I will speak my mind like I always have been in the past and today. Just setting you and me both. Yes, it's more important for us all to find a common ground instead of focus on what divides us. Exactly, David. I mean, I'm trying so hard in the spiritual realm to bring everybody together. In the stream, whoever's listening to me, hey, oh my God, you're here too. Bless you guys, cat eyes. When the Bible says that Jesus fed all those people with one fish and one bread, it's possible that the symbol for one providing energy, electricity. Exactly, Clark. I'm glad you're here too. Oh my God. My friends are coming around. Yay, from the other community. But anyways, the last stream I had told everybody to be ready, prepared. Well, guess what? This is why it's so important for us to be united, unity, and holding hands and be strong as a family that we are. Um, and it's so hard to explain, but I'm gonna say it straight out. And the last stream, I cried my heart out, and I said what I had to say. That's how strong I am. But what I spoke about a few streams ago, about also about unity and to prepare yourself. Well, and then I said it again in the last stream because I was moved by the Spirit and I gave a word out. Now, I had talked about a civil war in the United States. Well, guess what? I am so grateful because I had said that we need our militaries back in our home America, United States. And yeah, you guys, everybody welcome. Kimberly, Jervis, let me see, Grace by God, all those that you guys don't know, please, welcome them. Like, Flat Earth Deacon, everybody that knows me, Clark, welcome everybody to this stream. Larry, who else is here? I just missed, Newman, welcome. But anyways, I was talking about like speaking forth what's going to happen in the United States. Well, President Trump already gave an order to all our militaries from everywhere where they're at to come back to United States. Um, and it's where that I was speaking about it, and today Trump talked about it. And I'm grateful and blessed that they are coming home, all of them. And something big's gonna happen here. Like I repeat myself last stream. So, but they are coming home. Random collection, welcome. Is really why Flat Earth matters so much. its topic and can affect everyone to a higher state of mind. I know, Clark. I know. I agree. It's coming, people. Some of us are already feeling it more than others. That we're getting sick already. Well, see, I agree, Grace. This is okay. Let me go back a little. This is why we need to stand together. It it doesn't matter what country you're at. We have to stand because if whatever happens in the United States, it's going to affect the whole world, honestly. And for me to speak at last stream, it's already going to start what Trump's doing. And it's weird because I always speak and it always comes to pass. And this is why, to me, again, I know who I am and I believe who I believe. Not believe, it's more I know. But I spoke about it last stream that we need our military home to protect our country, and because something big's going to happen. And today, Trump already said to bring them home, and that is an awesome sign. It's going to happen soon. So that was today by Donald Trump. Alabani, you're welcome. Um, so for me to speak it forth is because I was warning people what's coming, and it's still coming. And this is where I'm trying so hard in my spiritual realm to bring everybody together, because it's not just one on one or two. It's all of us. It's affecting all of us, and this is where right now there's chaos. The darkness is upon us, in other words, and I see it in many places where I go around where I live, in the streams that I'm in. I see it, and I seen it way back, and it's sad that I have to see it in my time, what's going on. And I just, oh, it just hurts me. It hurts my spirit because I'm seeing it still. And I don't want this. I don't want it for nobody. You guys, honestly, unite each other. Be strong. We have to be strong. I'm not strong sometimes. I'm not. My Heavenly Father is the one who gives me the strength. Arbe, ¿cómo estás? Muchos abrazos, amigo. ¿Cómo estás? So what's going on YouTube, all these chaos, all these, like today, for instance, I went to one stream and I saw a lot of things like about porn bombs and all this other crap. And then I got out of it, went back, and it took me to another channel. I got out of that channel, it took me back to where I was. I'm like, what is YouTube playing around with this? But I also found out that the media took over YouTube. So we have to watch now what we hear in the media on YouTube, because they're misleading and guiding us a different way. So we have to watch out what we hear now. So in other words, we have to go by our spiritual realm now, because I can't tell you what to do. I cannot mislead you. I can't do none of that, because that's up to you. You guys have the ability to make choices. I can't make those choices for you guys. And this is where it's hurting me, because I wish I can say, hey, do this. Hey, I can't. It's not my place. It's up to you guys. All I could do is give you the word forth through the spiritual realm, not by my flesh, but the spiritual realm. Brian Knight, hey, welcome. God, you guys, I'm so blessed that you guys are here. All the ones I missed. Random Collection, welcome. Brian Knight, I'm glad you're here. Um, I know you watch all the news about Trump, like always, like me. Oops, I did something wrong. Sorry, guys, if I did something wrong. Okay, but it's just how it's not. Well, every time I say it's weird, I know it's God's doing. Oops. Sorry, Brian. I didn't mean to. I do. I was trying. Alejandro, hola. Let me hold on, Brian. Ugh, what did I do, Brian? I didn't mean to. Sorry, friend. Let me get you back in. Wait a minute. You're not. Did I ban you? I can't ban. Can you type? Okay, thanks, Kimberly. I was trying to unban him. I just couldn't. Okay, let me see. Okay, sorry, Brian. You're my best friend, so I'm sorry. Everybody that don't know these people that are coming in, these are from other communities where I used to hang out with, which I love them all as well. I love you guys that I met, like I said last time. And it seems like God is bringing them back to me for a reason. And I bless God, my Heavenly Father. Thank you. Because I'm seeing everybody. Saludos, Alejandro, de Tijuana, Baja California, dice Javier. Oh, thanks, Brian. I know you for a long time too, so we'll go way back as well. But like I said, I'm so blessed to see a lot of you guys coming back, and this is what I mean. I'm pretty sure I'm 100% sure that the Spirit of the Lord is bringing you guys back and making us be a family and be unity and be strong, because we have to be strong what's coming toward us, especially in the United States. Like I said it, and now it's gonna happen with Donald Trump bringing our soldiers home, our military home. And I say every single one are coming home. Why? Because right now we need them in our country. Um, Whatever's gonna come down, they have to protect us in some way. I don't know what it is, but something's up in the air. Also, up in the air, there's thanks, Brian. Up in the air, there's so much chaos at this moment, and many streams against each other, hating each other, disrespecting, judging, and misleading. That is all darkness. Everyone, you got to understand that it's darkness. And it's sad that I'm not perfect. Like I said last time, I'm not perfect. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have my ups and downs as well as a person. But when it comes in the spiritual realm, I try not to get myself wind up with all the chaos, because it'll bring my spirit down, and not just only mine, others that are affected by the chaos, the I'm gonna say it straight up, backstabbing. Okay. If you say one thing, the other person says another thing, and it comes back to other persons, and that's how gossip goes on. And I hate that. I always hated it, and I hate it in my own family. That's why I stay away as much as I can. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people that I've seen that are judging too way much, especially if you believe and know God. That would that what upsets me when I see that, because I, as a daughter of my Heavenly Father, I don't even do that. I don't judge no one. I can't. That's not my place. And that's no one's place to judge or to say this and this and that about that person. Who are we to judge? Who throws the first stone at you if you've never done a sin? Or if you're a sinner or you're judging? Who's going to throw the first stone? You guys all have done sin as well. So why judge others? I mean, really, it drives me nuts when I see that in chats, or, like I said, even in my own family. I hate it, and I always will hate it. I know, Brian, we are being attacked so much right now. It's trying to divide us as a community. It's trying to divide us as a person inside our spirit realm, not by flesh, because I don't go by my flesh, never. I always go by the spirit. Chris K, hello, welcome. 1 Samuel 16:7, Matthew 7, 1 and 3 and 5. Exactly. And you guys, it's affecting me. It really is. And you know what? I'm gonna start being busy from October to June. You will hardly not see me. I will try to do some streams. I don't know. But every time I come back, I get the end of what's going on. And sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle of this and I shouldn't, because I don't even know what's going on. Mm. Um, Hold on a minute, you guys. I have to text something. Hold on. But anyways, I respect all of you because I have never came against anybody. But if someone comes against me, I will defend myself because I don't like it. I hate it. And that is my spirit. That is, like I said before, that's who I am. Maybe this stream we're in has influenced many to feel like they don't matter, have no reason possible. It's not their fault. Cuando me siento mal, lo doy vuelta. Ah, salió. Okay, es cierto, Salino. What he's saying is that when he feels bad, he he goes around the chair. Oh, that's so funny. Feels better. But anyways, I know I have three thumbs down. Hey, bless you. I love you so anyways. But anyways, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not here to please anybody. I'm not here to have people, get along with me. I don't care. Honestly, it doesn't hurt me. It's sad that I'm seeing it, yeah. But if you come in against me, oh well. I've been knives throwing at me, rocks and stones, like I said before. It's not gonna bring my spirit down. Not anymore. I'm stronger than before. So what else can I say? Yes, Brian. Brian, you know me how I am. Everybody that knows me should know me by now. I mean, Clark, Brian, and Larry, and everybody that's coming back. Exactly. Life is beautiful. And no, Seven Wonders, I was not attacked. It's just something that I need to talk about, and it's just hurting me in the spiritual. Hold on a minute. I want to read. I definitely defend. Oh, where'd you go? Trying to find your message again, Albany. Okay, where I got it. Okay, I definitely defend myself in the wrong way. Return a cut us last week. I know, Albany. I mean, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. Honestly, we're not perfect. I don't consider myself, but nobody's attacking me. I just see the negativity in a lot of the streams. Like I said, people are judging, people are fighting, oh, it just gets to me because I'm not that way. And we all shouldn't be that way at all, completely kaput, like I say to my friends here. But I'm a type of a person that I get along with everybody. Tracy, hi, good afternoon or morning, welcome. And right now we're all being attacked, in many ways. If you guys are spiritual, um, feel, you will understand what I'm saying. We all are being attacked at this point. Even those that don't believe, we're all being attacked at this moment. And you have to get strong. Bamboo, hi, welcome. You have to be each other. Why go against each other? Especially the ones that believe in God, our Heavenly Father. Those are the ones that I get really upset with because you're supposed to represent our Heavenly Father, not go against our Heavenly Father by judging and backstabbing and saying this and saying that and whatever it may be. That's what gets to me. That's what hurts my spirit because we're supposed to be there for the ones that need help, not go against them. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but that's how I feel. And we all being attacked at this moment. Enemy, welcome. Thank you for coming. And you guys, we honestly, oh God, honestly, we all have to get along. Honestly, I mean, I've seen too much already these past weeks, and it's just like, Lord, Father God, help me because I don't know what else to do. And I don't. I really don't. Because I'm trying to bring everybody together. And it's making me feel like I said last time, I'm failing him in his own eyes because I can't do what I'm supposed to do. Hey, Chris K, welcome. Yeah, I know, Brian. I know you're a strong believer. 420. I'm doing 420. How are you? But like I said, I'm not here to judge anyone. I just want everybody to get along and quit backstabbing and judging and fighting. Those are all evil. We're all one. We also have feelings. You know, if someone, for instance, if someone judge me and someone comes after me, how am I gonna feel? Terrible. What's gonna do? Bring you depressed. What are you gonna do? You want to sleep all night, all day. What do you want to do? Go get drunk. You know, you guys stop. Please stop judging. Because God, it just gets to me. Especially, I'm not being honest here, especially those that know God, our Heavenly Father. Those that are the ones that judge, you're doing wrong. And quit it. You're supposed to be an example. And I see it that you're not. Those that I'm not trying to judge, but those that I see. You don't know, again, what they're going through, what's their situation, what kind of financial they're having. You don't know what they're going in their own family. And here you are, backstabbing, judging, and going against each other without finding out what they're going through. If you guys don't like how I talk, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying straight out the things. Sometimes I'm weak and sometimes I'm strong. But let me tell you, my Heavenly Father is with me, making me stronger every day. But it gets to me and it gets to my Heavenly Father that you guys are judging. I hate it. I can't stand it. And this is why I'm glad I'm going back to work. This is why I'm staying, trying to keep my mind busy, so I don't have to see what's going on. But when I come into chats or streams, wherever I'm at, I get the end of it and I don't know what's going on, but I can feel it. Once I'm in there, I can feel it. What? Okay, hold on. Should cat eyes and tread toys. Okay, exactly, class. We have processed the healthy ways. I mean, it's like, you know what? 420, you're saying cat eyes. you are to provide with others. You know, it's not okay, how can I explain? It's like 420, I see things in the spiritual realm where it hurts my father. It hurts our heavenly father, our creator, what's coming, what we're doing to each other, hurting each other. He doesn't want that. I don't want that. And I know a lot of you guys don't want that. But we need to get together. We need to get along. And I don't see it. And I don't know what else to say or do. You know, we got to quit going by our flesh. That's all I know. True 420. That's true. There are so much haters. Why are they okay? There's so much haters in different ways. Are they jealous or they're not how can I explain it? They're not happy about themselves. Um, so they want everybody else to feel what they feel. It doesn't work that way for me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys doesn't work for you. If I feel down, or if I'm upset, am I gonna take it upon everybody in the chat room or in the stream? No. Or on the panel? No. Because that's outside of your own lives. If I have problems in my own home or my life, I'm not gonna bring it upon everybody. And I'm gonna have a bad mood. No. And take it upon or judge or do whatever. No, that's not cats. I'll be right back. Gotta go say hi to your friends, show up some love, support, respect, much love from Morgan Brothers. Okay, Olive Benny. That's fine. See you later. I saw all that was going on recently and see those brothers and sisters. I keep an open mind. 3 thumbs down, a full of no heart. In God we trust, in Christ we must, in heaven no best. So pray we must. Exactly, Brian. Those, like I said, Bamboo, those 3, whatever thumbs down, you know what? God's going to touch them. God's going to bring them together. I really believe that. And no, I'm going to say I know, because I'm not going to say I believe. I know He'll bring us together. But it's okay, Kim. It's okay. It's cool. I'm not worried about them. You know, like they say, three thumbs down is they were here. That's it. But if they don't like what I'm talking, that's fine too. Everybody has their own opinions and their thoughts and their feelings. But what I'm doing is I'm going through the spiritual realm. What you hurt people, you're hurting our Heavenly Father because you're judging them. Like I said, you don't know what life they're going through. You guys don't know what I'm going through. But will I take it upon you guys? No. Will I judge you guys? No. Will I go and fight with you guys? No. My problems are my problems. That's it. But let me see. Thumbs up is live streams. Thumbs down, you're fine. We care about spreading what we believe. To Tracy, cause sex bets, welcome. I could see cause I'm a truther. Maybe sometimes God gives us the opposite of what we ask. Well, He does, Clark. But He also tests us. He tests us for us to get near Him. He tests us for us to see what we're gonna do. It's like WWJD means what would Jesus do? That's what it stands for. I always say it to myself, WWJD. I'm going through all this. What will you do? Of course. I always tell them WWJD. And we should always say that to ourselves, and say, what would Jesus do in my place? What would He do? Yeah, no swearing in here, please. You guys respect it. I mean, I don't swear. I always say freaking, like FREAKING, or I bite my tongue not to say anything because I was raised right not to swear. And this is a clean stream. Respect each other, love each other. and so on. I think that's why I'm having streams lately because I always done it just with the research, but I feel like I've been led to do my own streaming again by myself, which I was always nervous to do it um, on myself. I always had somebody with me, but it seems like my Heavenly Father is giving me the strength every day and be strong to do streams, but not for me to, for you guys to, how can I say, is to bring us together basically in the spiritual realm. He's using me again in this chat room. I want everybody to be comfortable, not mad at each other or backstabbing or judging. I don't want that in my stream, honestly. Hey Joker, welcome. My first instinct is to defend myself, but this time I prayed so hard. Yeah, enemy, we have to pray. Come on, you guys. It doesn't hurt. You know, someone asked Jesus in the Bible, I don't know how to pray. And what did Jesus respond? Anything. You could pray anything to him. Just a little, like, for instance, Jesus or my Heavenly Father, keep me safe, keep my family safe. That's it. It doesn't have to be a big prayer. It could be a little tiny. And the more you do it, prayer every day, morning or afternoon, whatever time you have it, then you'll get stronger and stronger to do more prayer longer. But he doesn't expect you to do a big, long, prayer. He expects you at least to just talk to him. He's there. He's there to listen. He already knows what you need. He already knows what's on your mind. He already knows what you're feeling. He knows what's going on. It's just us. It's us that are making it difficult to get along. If you want an open stream, you need open speech, girl. I don't see trolls here. Yeah, there's no trolls here. 420. There never have been. Not even in the past, not even in the community I came into. All the trolls that came and attacked me, they were always banned on the spot. Because I know how they are. I've been a mod since day one. And I know what kind of trolls are and how to ban them. But unfortunately, I did it accidentally on someone's stream. It wasn't on purpose, and I'm sorry. But I am a good mod. I know who and how to ban. So it's not like it's my first time. I've been a mod since 4 years already in different areas when I first started YouTube. So I know how to ban and everything else. But anyways, I'm not gonna go there because that's another story. But the thing is that we need to get along, you guys. Honestly, things are not gonna things are not getting better at this moment around the country and especially in the United States, what's coming toward us. Like I said, I spoke it last stream and Trump just said it today. And that's what I mean. I speak the things and things happen. I don't say it for just to say it. I say it because it's in my spiritual realm. And I am thankful and blessed that Trump are bringing our military home ASAP. That's what he said. And I'm waiting for that to happen. Like I said, something big is happening in our country that we're not prepared and ready for it. And see, that is the most important at this moment. Instead of fighting each other or judging each other or backstabbing each other or you're better and I'm not or whatever the case may be, that's not the most important thing. The most important is to get our act together for our Heavenly Father and for what's coming toward each country and ours as well. Exactly. I wish we all can, Brian, honestly. I just really wish. Okay. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. I just I just really wish we all got along because we're gonna need each other. We have to hold hands and be strong. I'm telling you, something big's gonna happen, and I'm not saying because of, like I said again, I'm not fear-mongering no one. That's not my place. I'm just trying to get everybody together as unity because we're gonna need each other. Honestly, we're all gonna need each other. Not talking too much because I am listening. That's fine, Joker. That's fine. The free will idea, if God does intervene in our lives, then we can have free will, right? Exactly. Exactly. Do we have a free will? Yes, we do. But are we supposed to judge others? No, we shouldn't. Or go against each other? No, we shouldn't. We have a free will, yeah. But it doesn't mean that you should go against and attack people at all. I know, unfortunately, we're not all going to get along. I know that. That's life. But at least we can try. We can get along, especially if we're on streams, especially if we're, going to the same streams. I mean, we should all get along. You ladies deserve smiles on those faces. Oh, Brian, thank you. But I don't know. It just honestly, I really don't know. Sometimes someone told me way back, which is my name, you're very strong in the spiritual realm. And when they told me that, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, am I strong? I said, I'm not strong. I'm weak. But as I go year by year by year, I get stronger. But I'm still weak in some areas. I'm sensitive, but hey, that's me. We're all sensitive in some way, I think. We're strong in some areas in our lives, I think. Exactly, Joe. We need to forget and forgive. Come on, move on. We're all adults here, hopefully. So, oh, hey, Tammy. Welcome. Nice to see you again. Cats, everything happens for a reason, and that little accident brought you and I, Kimberly, together. I love your words. Don't ever stop. Much love to you in the chat room. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. Hey, things happen, right? I mean, again, I don't hate anybody, and things happen, and uh, it doesn't affect me in some way, Tammy. I mean, I'm glad that we're all back as we're supposed to be back together. But I love you, sis, as well. Much love and kisses to you and hugs, Tammy. Um, my puppy. 420. No swearing, please, you guys. Please, please. That's all I ask. No swearing in this chat room. With all due respect, please respect this chat room and the stream. You wouldn't like if I went in your stream and said the F word and swearing all this time. You wouldn't like it. So in this stream, please respect my rules. 420 or anybody. But you're right. They're gonna do whatever they can to tear us apart. But we are one. Exactly, Tammy. We're all one. We're one for sure. Um, but we're the one. We're the ones who are dividing the people. We are. Why? How? Our actions, our words that I know. Oh, my puppy's crying. I feel bad for her. Talk loud. Poor puppy. But if I have her here with me, she'll be hitting all the keys like she's been lately. She's been a nosy puppy. So she'll hit the keys for sure. But I feel bad because she's in the other room. Okay, I'm trying to send a link to someone, so hold on. Okay. Oops. Oops. Caps. Shit. Oh, here it is. Okay. I sent that link to someone, so you should get it soon. Okay, I'm not reading you guys these things. Okay. Let's test the character. Terrorist. Six book says no YouTube numerology. Oh God, you guys. Otherwise it would be live. I'm 200 short of live stream. Otherwise I would be live. You're talking about on your phone 420? Very good. Gotta go. Bless you. Thank you for coming, Brian. Nice to see you again. I appreciate it. Thanks. You're welcome. Tuso, how are you? Welcome. But that's what I'm gonna say, honestly, on this situation, because it's out of it's not my place to tell them what to do in their own channels, because it's not just in my channel. But the only thing I do see is all negative, all negative. Everything is negative, which is I hardly never see positive at all. At all. And it's not just in YouTube. I see it in my own homes, my city, my friends, and my family. I see a lot of it. And sometimes I have to step back and get away from it. And YouTube is the same way. That's why I say I'm glad I'm working, you know, three business. It's hard for me to be around at this moment. Oh, thanks, Tuesday. But everybody that's been here way, way back, you guys just say hi to the new people that you don't know. But I guess Larry left and Ann left. Now Brian left. But there's more. Oh, Tuesday's still here. But I don't know what else to say. Let me see if that person came up. I'm still waiting. But I love you guys. I really do. All equal. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not here. at all. That's not my place, like I said. It just hurts me to see it. So I don't know how you guys feel, but I just wish we all get along and quit coming against each other. I'm sweating here because I think I was, talking too loud, I guess you can say. But I really wish we all can get along, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen that way because people don't want to, I guess. Okay, to say, okay, I need to see what you guys are saying because I'm not really paying attention. Please forgive me that I'm not. Oh, my poor puppy. I don't want to bring her out. Wow, 420. I'm never a victim. I just, a victim is totally different. Well, for me, I'm not a victim. I know others that are right now at this moment are victims, and it's sad. Yeah, I know, Tammy. I use capital letters too to talk, so it's okay. But am I right or wrong? Should we all get along together and stop the BS? Again, they said, um, especially those that are standing for the Word of God or for the Heavenly Father. Those are the ones that gets to me because we're supposed to be soldiers of our Heavenly Father, and I think He wouldn't want you to go against others as well. So it's I don't know. Those are my thoughts, and that's how I feel. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I make my mistakes, but I correct them as well. And if I'm wrong, I always ask for forgiveness. I'm sorry. But if I'm right, I will not ask for forgiveness because I didn't do. Oh, I'm trying to send an email to someone. Hold on again. I don't know why I'm having. Hold on, you guys, please. I'm trying to do something real quick. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I know it's quiet, but I'm trying to get something done real quick. I'm sorry, you guys. Forgive me. I know somebody's gonna say to stay out of this, what's going on, but it's my duty to bring it out as a soldier who I am with my Heavenly Father, like a watchman on the wall. If anybody knows what that means. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to send an email real quick. I'm done. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what I miss? Hello, Zoo. How are you? Okay. Jervis, I choose Chris K. Welcome. We should be more like the Chinese, everybody. Well, Chris, yeah, we should, but it doesn't work that way, doesn't it? That goes for our own government. We should stay out of everybody else's business and just worry about our own country. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way neither. Oh, no, no. Hello? So I know you guys can hear me, right? Hi, Red. Welcome. How are you? Okay. I sent the email. Thank you, Grace. But anyways, you guys. Okay, Jarvis. Is it someone said there's no auto, so I'm like, wait a minute. Hola, Tarmo, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Thanks, Opera. I'm doing good. Thank God I'm doing good. The only thing is that I'm just feeling some people's hurts. Hola, Kimberly. Born Eraser. Welcome. Thank you for guys coming. Um, I'm sorry if I'm being who I am, if, or trying to make it for everybody, but again, it's up to everybody of their own will what to do and not to do. I just don't like people being judged for at all. I don't like it when they judge me with no reasons, not even to give me a chance to explain. But that's me. Messenger reveals. Welcome. Thank you. Everybody that comes in, you guys welcome in, please, in this chat room, this stream. Don't let no one behind. Like they say, don't let them be. What is it? What's that quote? Oh my God, what's that quote? When the military says, don't let no man behind. It's the same thing for us. So everybody, welcome everybody. Get to know each other, has a family, has unity in this stream and wherever you're at. With all respect and not disrespect, not judge. But that's what's called unity. Just remember the one with the spirit makes judgment, but all things, but the judgment will be in the image and likeness of Jesus and the Father. Yep, messenger, you're right. Yeah, I've been judged before. but it just it makes me laugh because I know it's not true, honestly. But I've been judged that I'm a hypocrite because they don't believe, basically. First, let me go back. 4 years ago, they said I wasn't a Christian, that I'm a hypocrite. Then this, you know what? Those are stones thrown at me. But you know what? That's in God's hand. I always leave it in God's hands. And let me tell you, I can tell you things that has happened to those that come against me because I'm a child of God. I'm spiritual filled. They always got it back. And not to say it in a mean way is because I am God's child. We all are. But I am a spiritual child. And it happens in the past already with others judging me and throwing stones at me and rocks, you can name it. It will always come back tenfold. Yeah, Zoo, come together now. You guys, honestly, we need each other. Eric Garcia, welcome. Hola. Um, I want to see if this person is on here, but like I said, I care for all of you guys. Stream my go-to. I care. I respect you guys. Yeah, sometimes I do get upset because I'm in the middle of this. I don't even know what's going on sometimes. And I'm in it for some reason, but I'm in it. But again, I always look ahead of me that I know who it is that's behind all this, which is not the people, it's spiritual realm, a spiritual fight for me. The Father chose us, never throw stones. Right, messenger, but we do. We throw stones at each other. And it's sad because Jesus said, whoever done sin, whoever didn't do sin, throw the first stone. And what happens? Nobody threw the stone because they all did sin. So yeah. But I was already gonna do a hangout earlier. I thought I was gonna get out of work early, but I didn't. I got out late, and yesterday I went to sleep very early because I knew I had a busy day today. And when I get a little break, I'll go on the stream just to say, who's on, or to say hi, or to give love to them. And then I end up leaving because I have to get back to my stuff that I'm doing. Wow. Choice again. Let's chat about sex. My gosh. Here we are talking about our Heavenly Father, and the opposite comes in. See, Satan works in mysterious ways all the time. Yeah. Thank you, Kimberly.
Hello.
Hello. How
Hello.
are you?
I've been better, but I've been
I'm on
listening.
the panel. Oh,
Yes,
that's
I
good.
know. I've been
I'm glad.
listening. So, and yes, I'm right there with you on everything. Right there with you on everything. Right there with you with everybody in the chat. It just right there with you. It's
Well,
yeah.
that's good. I'm glad. I mean, it's not because I'm not trying to make my pat on the back. I'm not. I'm trying to bring people
No,
together as our Heavenly Father. And
that's right. And I remember I came and saw the live stream where you were very upset, and when I saw you emotional and breaking down, I thought, this is a place where it just showed that that's where your strength is truly shown. Sometimes your strength is truly shown what people might perceive as a weakness, which is really
mhm,
not a weakness.
mhm.
People may perceive, if somebody gets emotional, if somebody gets whatever, people perceive that as a weakness when really it's a strength because it shows that you have connected with yourself on a level that you understand that you make mistakes, you're human. And you make mistakes and you're human, and you're aware of that. And if you're not aware of that and it's brought to your attention, you immediately want to hold yourself accountable for your words and actions and your energy because you feel bad for whatever you've done. That's just in essence what it's like to be connected just to yourself and humanity on a basic level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Jervis knows my freaking voice. So much for staying anonymous. Damn it.
Uh,
Jervis.
hey, Blood X, welcome. Well, it's just that, look, if we give, again, I'll repeat myself, if we give out negative energy, what's going to
That's right.
happen? Everybody will have negative energy, and
That's
it
right.
brings us more down, press. We have like a heavy thing on us, on our shoulder, and like weights, how you pick up
Exactly.
weights.
People. You have
It's
no
on
idea.
us. But if
No
we,
idea. There are people, listen, there are people in this world that were either born this way or through life experience got this way, where they are humanitarians, where they are selfless
Mhm,
people, where they are compassionate people, where they are empathic people, where they are non-judgmental connected people. And when they just see stuff happening around them, even if it's somebody they don't even know, they literally feel that. They literally feel
mhm,
that emotion of whatever it is that that person is going through, whether it's pain, whether it's anger, whether it's happy, and it's because, and there's people out there like that, we can't turn that off because there's no such thing as turning off your freaking humanity. Because if you turn off your humanity, you're dead. So you can't turn off your
mhm,
humanity, but then you can't edit your humanity ever as well, because it always has to be open to the call of help wherever you feel that it is. But at the same time, it makes
mhm,
us so freaking sick. It brings us down so much because we are the selfless people that will never ask for freaking help until we've already hit rock freaking bottom, because we don't want people to know that even we freaking need to be held up every so freaking often. We have
mhm.
no problem doing this. This is our life's journey. It's part of our life reason. It's a part of why we are who we are. For some of us, it's our reason, a purpose of why our life is what we are, the reason why we're living here, and we can't trade it off, and we would never trade it off. But it's just like, if you people would understand that if you could hold yourself accountable for your energy, when you know you're having those days, when you know you're having those horrible days where you know what, today, I know that no matter what I say or do, I woke up in a shitty, miserable mood, that you know what, I'm just going to kind of keep to myself, because I don't want to say or do something that I know I'm going to regret and I'm going to have to apologize for later, because that's what happens on those days where, you know what, I'm just going to chill out and just watch some movies and do whatever, because you know what, it just happens that it's to be one of those days. That's what it's like to take responsibility for
Mhm.
your energy. And there's so many people running wild with their energy, not realizing there are smacking so many of us out there that have this connection, that we are getting sick from this because we're having to
Mhm.
purge it on a level where we can't purge it until you finally deal with it in your freaking life, because we're holding on to the sickness
But
because you haven't let go of your own freaking
mhm,
sickness. So we're stuck being grinded down by it. And then when you finally let it go, and then you don't come back to us to even acknowledge the fact that we were even affected by your actions, it's like, are you effing kidding me? You know very well, like, how could you not think this would make a person sick? How could you not think
mhm.
that this would make somebody unwell? How could you not think this would, make somebody upset? Like, it just blows my mind away that we have gotten so far away from humanity, that we have strayed
Yeah,
so far
true.
away from humanity. I honestly, just like you, I never thought I would see this in my lifetime. I never thought I would see this in my lifetime. And it breaks my heart that I'm here to to witness this and experience this and see this breakdown happening in my lifetime.
Mhm. Well, it's like,
And I
okay,
just
you hold
want it
an
to
apple.
stop. I just want it to stop. You know, Pete, like I said, we make mistakes. It happens. You know what you do when you make a mistake? What I do, I hold myself accountable and I know I do what's right.
Mhm.
Why? So I can live with myself, so I can sleep better at night. I say, I'm sorry for what I did because I didn't mean to do that. And if I did that, I'm sorry for doing that. Now, whether you accept that apology or not, that's on you because that has to do with your own self and your own being and getting well with yourself. But at that moment, I'm able
Mhm.
to release and let myself go because I've held myself accountable for knowing that I'm a human. I will make mistakes. And knowing that I will make mistakes, I will hold myself accountable for that mistakes. So I don't have a trace of people behind me that are broken and bruised and messed up because I became a part of their life. I
Well, it's
wish I
like,
could say the
for
same for
instance,
myself.
is there a gecko? A gecko.
Is there?
It's
Because I
like
really feel
for
one right
me.
now. They would be fun to play with.
No, a
So,
gecko.
yeah,
Oh my God.
like,
But it's like if you have, it's like, Grace, it's like if you're holding an apple, okay, apple, and you're biting into it, and it's, how can I say it? Okay, you have an apple and you have a worm in there, and it's eating all the inside of that apple. That's
yeah,
how it is in us. Thing in
yeah,
us, and it's eating us little by little, little by little, and until it gets to us to the end of it. And that's
yeah.
what,
Just for me,
but
I do a lot of visualizations. It's like if I can't find the right words, I'll
mhm,
use analogies or I'll use stuff like that so people get visualizations. It's like literally just picture like a bunch of vultures just picking out a piece of flesh. That's what we
mhm.
are. When we're like, just visualize that. That's exactly what it freaking feels like. And because we're selfless people, we know how to hold it in the sense where we will not express it to anybody other than those closest to us. But knowing very well that those closest to us are also going to feel what we're feeling. Why? Because we're still not able to release it. Because whoever did whatever they did that made that energy become upon us, we are not able to release it yet because you have not freaking released it yet. So you're forcing us
um
to stay sick.
this message is for you, Grace. From Messenger Reveal says, grace by God is being accountable just means that you will submit yourself to none of your actions. You are not responsible for how others judge you. You are correct. It's on them. Jerry says very
Exactly.
true, Messenger.
It has nothing to
Yeah.
do with about you being judgmental because you have to be a non-judgmental, open-minded human being to be able to realize your own mistakes and the mistakes of other. Because, like I said, for some people, like let me tell you something. There's people in my lifetime where I've waited like my whole lifetime for an I'm sorry to come that they know they owe that I'm sorry, and I know they will go to their grave never saying that they're sorry because that's who they are as a
Hmm.
person, and that's something
There's
I
many
had to
people like that.
accept. But I realized that was something I was never going to be as a human being because that
Hmm.
hurts. And I don't ever want
Yeah,
to
it
do that to
does.
somebody else. I don't never want to put that on somebody else. And if I know that I put that on somebody else, please let me take that off or let me take my accountability. Again, you may not accept my apology. That's up to you whether you accept my apology or not. I cannot force that. But at that moment, I have released myself because I have forgiven myself for what I did wrong. For I'm
Hmm.
human and I will make mistakes,
Yeah.
but I learn from my mistakes. You learn from your life experiences, you grow from them, hence, you make less of them.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like, okay, there you go. Yeah, you're right, Grace. I mean, we are accountable for our actions. And if I went, like for instance, I go against you, Grace, for no reason, but I say something to you, and I know I'm wrong, I will say, Grace, I'm
Damn
sorry, I
right.
was wrong.
Damn
You
right.
know, it's so easy.
I attacked my best friend. I had a nervous breakdown a week and a half ago and attacked my best friend.
Mhm.
The horrible feeling I felt when I realized that she had to end the chat with me and walk away because I hurt her feelings, immediately I felt that sheer pain of, oh man, you worded that freaking wrong. She took it, oh damn. And immediately I had to send that person a message. Why? Because I was crying because I thought, damn, you see that? Because you were not
Mhm.
better right now with yourself, more stabilized with yourself. You just said something to somebody that you would no, I would never. But because, and right away, I sent that message. It said, I am so freaking sorry. I am just not well right now. And I never meant to say that to you. And I never meant to make you feel that way. And if I did, please forgive me because I swear you did absolutely nothing wrong. Do you know how
Mhm.
important it is to do that for another human being? Because exactly, you don't know what that other human being's life is going through. You don't know. You absolutely have no idea. And so right away, there it was.
Yeah.
Did she forgive me? Thank you very much. She did because she said, I know right away that you were not in that, but I still felt absolutely horrible. And even though she still forgave me, I still feel horrible to this moment. Why? Because I can't take back that I still made her feel a pain, that I never want to make her feel that pain. And I said and worded something in a way that I never meant to word it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, it takes guts to say sorry, honestly. It's
Not for me.
it,
Not for me.
but
Eventually, I just not for me. Because like I said, when you've been hurt, when people have done unto you things that have devastated you in your life,
mhm,
you should first of all, I learned that I never do unto others the same that's been done unto me. Because if it destroyed me, then why the hell would I do it to somebody else? Is it going to tickle them? Of course
true.
not. So I have never done unto another human being what has ever been done unto me. Like I said, because if it's messed me up, then guess what? It stops with me. That's again where it's called taking responsibility for your energy, all of that. Like I said, it's so easy to become a bad apple through bad experience. It's so easy to become bitter through bad experience. It's so easy to become angry and hateful through bad. But you know what? It's easy that way. And you know what? That's the way evil works.
Mhm.
That's why you go
Yeah.
good. That's why
Yeah.
you say, no matter what life experience I go through, no matter who puts me through anything, I will never, ever, ever become a bad freaking human being. I will never go against my nature. I will never go against my morals, my beliefs, and my views, my anything, because that's not who I am. You're never going to turn me into you. No matter how many times you come after me and attack the heart on my sleeve, I don't care. You're never going to convert me. I'm never going to be like you. I'm never going to go down that path.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, we shouldn't. I mean, why? This is why it's very important to unite and not judge because I don't know, Grace, what you're going through. I don't know what my other friends are going through or people in chat. I don't know. But if someone comes after me and I had a bad day, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna snap. I
Exactly.
really
But
am.
guys, but I have another channel as well called Depression Nation, and which I'm sorry, I don't want to bring up. I'm watching soon, but the reason for that was because exactly there's those days where you just have a horrible day that you're like, I just would really like an outlet. Not that I'm sitting here to bash, not that I need to drop, just because I just need to have an outlet because, maybe I've had a difficult day. I want to let people, but not that. There are millions and millions of people suffering with so much that have no outlets to go to. They have no avenues to go to. So they're stuck just like living with it or feeling it or trapped with it because they don't know something exists or they don't know what's out there. And it's like, you know what, just be your gentle, always be your genuine authentic self. If people don't like you for who you are, that's okay. We're not all gonna like everybody. That's the way the world is, but we can all learn and we can all at least respect each other's common ground. That if you cannot be in the same space with somebody without saying something bad or negative, then walk away, because that means you're not at that point where you can hold response. You're not at that point where you are able to hold your energy accountable. Then walk away, because guess what? Your energy is about to throw on to somebody else, and you're about to spit toxin, and now you've made somebody else sick.
Okay, Messenger says hurting people hurts others. This is just the way. Oops, where it went up now. 'Cause I'm on StreamYard. This is just the way of the world of war. True. And then he also says
But what I'm
we have
saying
to
is,
learn
it
to
is.
heal.
But what I'm saying is, you can flip that, because there wasn't a time. There was a time when humanity wasn't this bad. I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
start dropping names and ages, but I'm just saying, like, there was a time, like 20 years ago, where kindness was like a regular thing you saw very often. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank yous, pleases, people opening the doors.
Exactly.
Nowadays, it's just like
Respect.
people are just so angry and mean
Mhm.
and rude and nasty. And I'm like, why do you have to go there? Like, I understand you're in pain. Find an avenue and an outlet so you can let that out, so you can be better, so that you don't put that out on other people, because you're hurting yourself at the same time. It's like it's just it's such a mess. It's just like a hurt on hurt on hurt on hurt of like people on people on people. And it's just like
Uh,
it's endless. And it's like, and if those people are not aware of it, it just, we get to those points where we blow up. Why? Because after so many days or so many weeks pass, we finally break down, because the selfless ones go, oh my God, I'm cracking. Like, I'm cracking. I'm falling. I'm falling. Please pick me up,
mhm.
because I'm effing falling. Because the selfless people don't know how to put our needs
Uh,
before the needs of others. And we will never put our needs before the needs of others, because that's the
mhm.
way we were born,
Uh,
or that's the way we built ourselves to be. That we will never do that until we've already fallen. And then once we've fallen, we've realized, damn, I always put the need, but that's still, it's how we are. It's like we're trying to learn the tools of how to not be that way, but it's still, it's how we are. It's how we are.
um, welcome, Clifland. Sorry I didn't say government optral. Welcome and
I am reading the chat. Someone coming in.
okay, that's good. So you know what government
Yes, the
says.
messenger reveals. Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. It's like, people, just be aware that, like, no different how you look at your first responders is like your crisis workers. There are people out there that are first responders on a spiritual, psychic, humanitarian like level, that we
Mhm,
don't have badges or capes or uniforms. Like, you don't see us, but we're out there and we are
mhm,
feeling this on a daily freaking basis. They are the people that are marching, the people that are protesting, the people that are using their voice to spread love and peace and education and information and openness. And we're out there on a daily basis. We're out there every day. We're out there. See us. Because we're the voices, because those people haven't found their own voices yet. They come to us to say, help me find my voice. And we're trying to tell them, I will be your voice only temporarily, because you need to find your own in this world. Because if you don't find your own, you will always be victimized, and you can't be victimized. That's why we became the voice. We became the voice, but sometimes being their voice, our voice gets drowned out, because we're selfless. And our voice gets
mhm.
drowned out until eventually we wake up one day and we just suddenly feel physically,
Okay,
mentally, emotionally, and spiritually drained. And that's when we go,
okay.
"Damn, now I need to reach out for help."
Messenger. What you're saying, some people are more attuned, which I am very in tune in the spiritual. I'm very tuned. But the thing is that what happens, okay, this day happens, I'm judging people, right? And I'm having people uncomfort, they're not happy, they're upset. What happens the day that I leave this world, like today, I can leave. You're going to have that going with you or that person. I mean, come on, forget and forgive and move on to our
Yeah.
lives. because if we don't, then
It's a
you will feel
perfect
bad if that's,
analogy. Yeah,
yeah,
perfect analogy.
you you will feel bad. Hey, that person end up passing, and I didn't
Yeah,
even say I'm sorry.
that's
And
right.
see, it's sad because I see it in my own family,
Yep.
and that's
And
why I
then you
tell
have
them.
to carry that feeling for the rest of your
Mhm,
life to your grave, that you never had the chance to say something to somebody that you so needed to say, that you have to carry that for the rest of your life, that feeling, that emotion.
mhm.
And so
I
you don't
agree.
want to feel that anymore.
I agree. And this is why it's so very important for us to forget and forgive and move on, because you don't, like I said again, you don't know what that person's going
You
through.
don't, well, you
You
don't
don't know.
forget. You don't want to forget because you don't want to have the experience happen to you. But you learn from it, you apologize for it, and at that moment, whether that person accepts you or not, you forgive yourself, you learn from the experience,
Mhm.
you move on,
Forget.
and you try never to do it again. If you make that mistake again, you do the same thing.
From the
That's what's
experience.
called being a human being.
Mhm. Well, for me, I forget and forgive. And the
See,
reason why is
I
this.
can never forget the damage, the people that have damaged my heart and my soul. I can never forget them. I forgive them, but I can never forget the people who cross my path. No different than I can never forget the people that crossed my path that were beacons of light in my life.
Mhm.
I'll never
Well,
forget the beacons of light that crossed my path. I'm never going to forget the evil that crossed my path.
yeah, but sometimes we
You're
have
never
to
meant to
forget.
forget them. You're never meant to forget them, because if you forget them, you're doomed to find yourself in that position where you might be fall victim to that experience, that circumstance again, and you don't want to fall victim to that life experience or that circumstance again. So you never
Right.
forget your past, because if you forget your past, you'll be doomed to repeat it. Your past is there for a reason. That is your history of your life.
Mhm.
So as you go forward in your life, you close those chapters, and every so often life experience will come where you'll need to go back into your previous chapters in life and relook at stuff to go, okay, I went through that life experience, this looks familiar. When that happened before, this is how I dressed it. Now this is how I'm supposed to dress it this time. This is how I do it.
Right. I understand, but see, in my situation, Grace, I forget. I okay, forget and forgive. The reason why I forget, because if I dwell in the past, you'll bring it to your future.
Yeah, I
That's
said
I
don't dwell.
have
You
to.
can't dwell. You can't dwell, because I
Yeah,
said dwelling is before you've had forgiveness. If you're dwelling, you haven't done the forgiveness part. The forget part can
exactly.
only happen after the forgiveness has happened. I'm saying forget meaning like the small stuff I can forget. I'm talking
Oh,
about the
okay.
big stuff,
The big
the
things.
life,
Yeah.
the stuff that changed your life, those events
Yeah.
that happened in your life that turned your whole freaking world upside down, that it broke
Mm.
you, that you had to pick yourself up from rock bottom. Never forget those experiences, because those experiences
You'll
happened
learn.
for a
You
reason.
learn from them. Mhm.
That's
You learn
right.
from
You
them.
never forget those experiences. The small ones, you forget the small ones like they're nothing. But the ones that
Mhm.
damage you, you never forget them. Why? Because if you forget them, you might one day do it unto somebody else. And you never want to do it to somebody else, because then one day you're going to have to
No.
carry that feeling for the rest of your life that you did it unto somebody else, which you said you were never going to do.
Okay.
Never forget
Government
the past.
Government troll says three unloving, unforgiving,
I'm reading.
slandering.
Hi,
Okay.
everyone. I'm reading the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Good.
never
That
forget, forgive.
is that
Exactly,
okay?
Coach Twenty. Never forget, forgive. Never forget the hard stuff. Because, like I said, those life experiences happen for a reason. They were for you to learn
Mhm.
lessons, to grow from it, to
Exactly.
evolve from it, to go to a higher awareness in your mind, to go to a deeper level in your soul. They happened for a
Hmm.
reason. That's why you never forget them, but you do not
Yeah.
dwell on them. Don't let it drown you out. That's where the forgiveness comes from. Because once I say I'm sorry, like I said, whether you've forgiven me or not, I have forgiven myself and I've let it go. Because there is nobody on the face of this earth that has any
Mhm.
right in my eyes to grant me forgiveness, or let me go, or like grant me whatever, like any of that, other than what I believe in, which is God. And whatever you
Mhm.
believe in is whatever you believe in, everybody. And I respect whatever you all believe in is whatever you all believe in.
Mhm. Mhm. Exactly. I mean, all I know is that we have to be strong. And we who are we to judge others? Who are we to say that person is doing this person and telling the other, guess what? This person is doing this person. And this is where you end up fighting each other because that person in the middle is saying differently and they're not
Thanks,
saying the
everyone. Have
truth
a good night.
and
Yes.
the other person is saying differently. So reality is just like getting
Sorry,
like where you
Citizen
guys can
TV. Yeah, we're
fight.
having a very deep conversation. Thank you, the message. Sorry, yes, we're basically just having a very deep conversation on forgiveness, empathy, compassion, humanity. We're just having a very deep conversation about that. That's it.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
drama
that's it.
here. This is just a deep conversation of connecting people with humanity and deepness and just people knowing about that. That's what this
Hey,
is.
UC. Welcome, UC Outlaw. I mean, yeah, my stream is not about drama, honestly. It's
Neither
not
is mine. If you ever
because
come out, I've done one live stream, and guess what? In my very first live stream, if you ever want to go see it, it's literally called, I literally called it the Virgin, or no, my Virgin, something. I did a funny tongue in cheek thing because it was literally my first live stream, and because I was so terrified because of my anxiety and my everything, I was like, you know what? I said, just go live. I said, because you're never going to go live because your anxiety is never going to calm down. I said, so just call it like my first live stream. And I said, well, I did a little funny pun joke off of that. And because I said, you know what, you're a putz that way. Just let people see that you're a putz and your own comedy relief, that you can be your own putz. And I literally said so many times in that live stream, and I told people, when you come here, this is a safe space because this place to me is my home. If you come
mhm,
here, this is my home. I've welcomed you into my home. You have one chance, one chance. Your words and your actions will decide whether you will stay in my home or you will forever be blocked from my home. Because my home
mhm,
is a place of safety, of love, of support, of friendship, of happiness, of laughter, of everything positive and everything
mhm,
helpful and nothing else. I don't want any drama. I understand you're going through problems in your life. If you need to come to me and address it to me in a way that is, like I said, helpful and stuff, that's fine. But I do not deal with it on a dramatic level. I deal with it on a matured, like I said, deep type level. Because if you don't deal with it that way, that's all it becomes is a drama thing. And I have want nothing to do with it because sickness comes from drama. I do not put it out there. I do not condone it. I do not endorse it. I do not speak it. I do not preach it. So therefore, please not bring it to me. And in my first live stream, I only had to block 2 people in a 6-hour live stream because I gave everybody that chance because I told them I am a non-judgmental, open-minded person. Your words and actions are going to show me whether you are the same. And the moment you say or do something that you know is going against just being a basic, just a friendly, nice person to everybody, guess what? I'm not going to time you out to give you a second chance to strike a second time. I am going to block your ass, and I did. And I said, I'm sorry that you just got, I'm sorry you just lost out on getting to know a really great person and a really great community of people.
mhm.
Sorry, that's not
I
my problem. My live streams are safe places that people that I know people want to go to, and I know my live streams are places that people are at that have their own issues, that they will be triggered by the words and the actions of other people, that they have had to walk away, that then I have to sit there and hold though, and then hold not only myself accountable, but the actions and the words of what other people had said in my live stream accountable. That I've had done 3 other live streams after those live streams, but guess what, people? They're all private. None of you have seen them. Why? Because unless you saw it when it happened, none of you are ever going to see it, because the whole world does not need to see toxicity and drama unfold. It's bad enough when it unfolded
mhm,
the way it unfolded. So I have 4 live streams that are private that will never see the light of day. Why? Because something suddenly happened that triggered other people, where it suddenly went south. That, do you think that the rest of the public needs to see this? You don't think it might trigger other people? Like,
mhm.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
there's a saying that my dad used to say, if you respect, you get respect. If you disrespect, you'll get disrespect.
Exactly.
And he used to say in Spanish, okay, because I'm bilingual. He used to say, my daughter, do not let no one disrespect you. And goes, because when someone disrespects you, it's because in their home they don't respect each other. If you get disrespect, you're gonna end up getting that kind of
Hmm.
what is it? What is it called? My dad used to say. In other words, you end up hanging around with the
For me, it's not even disrespect. You know what I
disrespect.
get? I get sick from it because what comes from me is everything. I
Yeah,
get angry, I get emotional, I get hurt, I get all these I
you
get
get
all the negative emotions I don't want to feel. That's
you
what
get
comes from it.
stressed
You get all
out.
the negative emotions you don't want to feel.
Mhm.
And I love, and the
Yeah,
message reveals
definitely.
your message is perfect with what you said. Exactly. It's exactly what it is. It's
And
just
I give respect to everybody. Honestly, if I know I done wrong, like I said earlier,
right.
I'll say sorry. I'm sorry. But
That's
a lot
right.
of times, like I said, I get the end of it. I'm not hardly, like
Yep.
I'm more observer than chatting. That's me. I prefer to
That's what
see.
I was gonna say. That's what I am as well. I'm usually the one in the back. That's why I said we're the selfless ones in the background. That's why I didn't want to put my name up, and I was pissed off when Jervis recognized my voice, and I went, "Oh, you son of a b! Why did you say my name? There's a reason why I wanted to come up anonymous, but you recognize my voice, so
Right.
you've heard my voice enough times, my
Okay.
friend, that you recognize it. But that's what it's all about. There are people
Yeah.
out here that our lives are lived on a daily basis where we just live in the moment, but we are also always aware of every single being and energy out there that might suddenly be in crisis that comes across our
Hmm.
path. And guess what? We don't need for them to ask for our help. As soon as we see it, we're freaking there. We're freaking
Hmm.
there. We don't even wait for the freaking word to be said. We are so there quick going, are you okay? Doing a check just to make sure, because that's who the selfless people are. That's
Hmm.
what we do. And we do not know how to turn that off. And you know what? I don't ever want to know how to turn that off, because if I have to turn that off, then I cease to exist as a human. I die. Why? That's the core of my humanity, of what I live off. That is
Hmm.
who I
Well, it just hurts me because I see it. And again, a few streams, not the one I just did, not the music, but the other one, I felt it in the spiritual realm. If people understand where I'm coming from in the spiritual realm, they will understand. But and then the
I felt
last
it,
stream,
yes, I felt it with you in the spiritual realm. I felt it with you. That's why when I was in Premier Hall's live stream and I had to say, I need to jump off of your piano because I need to go, because I know right now that there's somebody that I need to go check out, because I know right now they're upset and I need to be there and I need to support them, because even though I couldn't use my voice at that moment, I knew I could use my words in the chat, because I
mhm,
couldn't use my voice yet, but I knew I could use my words to let you know I hear you, I feel you, I'm here, I get it, I understand,
mhm.
it's okay. You're not the
And
only one. You're not the
right.
only one.
And I get a lot of compliments at the stores because they tell me my real name, okay? And they'll say, I don't know how you can handle so much. And I said, you know what? I can't. But by the grace of my Heavenly Father, is that what I can hold on so much and take so much. But yeah, as a person and of a flesh, I cry. I get into my own shell and I
Yeah.
cry it out. And
Like I
then you
said,
know what?
but we usually
I'm
do it
ready.
internally, meaning we won't show other people. We will do it
Exactly.
privately. We won't like
Hmm.
let other people see it. We will cry like in our own home, and we won't talk to nobody, and we'll listen to music, and we'll cry to ourselves and not let anyone see that even us are freaking weak. Why? Because we don't want those other people to know that we're weak as well. Because selfless people don't want to perceive themselves as having any weakness whatsoever. But that is our weakness, is that we don't want to let people know that, guess what? We fall as well too.
Well, see,
because we're
that's
taking
why.
it all this energy and we're taking it all of this, and we're also trying to push out all that positivity, and we're trying to we're trying to neutralize all this energy, and we're trying to ground this energy again to be more stabilized. We're trying to balance this energy back out to be more back into the middle and back to the middle. Well, where do you think this energy is coming from? It's coming from humans, because humans are energy, the world is energy, the environment is energy, and there's so many of us that are connected to this, that it's coming from us. It's being sucked out of us. Like I said, that we're waking up
Mhm,
some days feeling
mhm.
physically, emotionally,
Yeah,
mentally, spiritually drained
yeah,
and exhausted, and we just slept 8 hours straight. And
yeah.
we
I
wake up
agree.
5 minutes after being waking up, we're like, I feel like I haven't slept in 5 freaking years.
Mhm.
Okay, there's
I'm
people out there that are like that, and we're like that. We're those people that are like that.
well. Well, that hangout where I was crying, it's not me crying. It was the cry of my heavenly Father. I can tell you, and I
It was
know
you, but it was the
that.
purge of it was you purging what you felt
Right,
inside, that you
right.
were not able to just go, that you just finally just went blah, and you finally purged because you were not able to hold it in anymore, because that's what happens, people. We break. And when we finally break, it purges out of us, and it purges out of us on a level, like I said, where we don't hurt nobody, because we don't drop names, we don't bash anybody. We are just purging and crying and purging and crying, and then the next thing you know, people are like, oh my God, like, why is that person like a crying mess? Like, why are they emotional mess? Like, I don't get it. And it's like, exactly. You don't freaking get it. Because you know why you don't get it? Because you're one of those people sucking my freaking energy in this world. That's why you don't get it. And you need to stop it, please.
Mm.
Because it's enough already. Because that's not what we are. Like I said, we can't turn it off. So hold your energies. Be responsible for your energy out there, please. And if you're responsible for your energy, then you're less sick on some of us that are out there that, like I said, that we were born with this, or through our life experiences, we got these we learned these gifts of empathy and compassion and generosity and selflessness. Like, you know what? We can't turn this stuff off, because when we try to turn this stuff off, we end up getting sick. Okay, we end up getting sick. Why? Because we're turning off our essence and our hardcore of what makes us who we are individually as human beings.
Look, this is why this lady in Walmart, the cashier, I lost my dad, okay? Then I lost my brother.
You
And then I lost my mom. And then I lost some
okay,
friends.
right.
All at bam, 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 okay?
Oh, I'm so
That's what
sorry. Oh my
that's what she said. I am strong. And she asked me, how can you do it? And I said, you know what? By
faith,
the grace of God.
faith. Thank you. Have
Hmm.
faith and belief in something. It doesn't
Exactly.
have to even be God. Just have faith or belief
Hmm.
that there is something out there good or greater or better. Like, just have faith and belief in something, even if it's in yourself. Just have faith and belief, because if you don't have that, you're going to be so lost in this world. And guess what? I'm looking for you, lost people in this world. I'm looking for you. My eyes are always open. My eyes are always open, and I'm seeing you people. All you lost, wandering people in the world, my eyes are always open. And if you cross my path, I promise I will see you, because I always see you. I always see you. And we will always see you. And once we see you, we will make ourselves known to you. We will come to you. I promise we will send that message to you. And we will let you know that if you ever need us, we will be there for you, because we can read between the lines. We can see it. Even though you might not say it, we can see it and we can feel it. We will send you that message privately and let you know, if you ever need to break, we're here. We're here,
Hmm.
and it's
We're,
okay.
that's what I'm saying. We're supposed to be here for each other, not go against each other. I mean, come on, critical things are gonna happen, and we're not united. I'm telling you. I have said at the last stream that our military needs to be back. And I spoke it. And guess what? Trump is bringing them home. He said it today, and it's going to happen. I spoke it. I didn't mean to say it. but it was spoken. And every
Because
time
it
I
was meant
say
to be channeled. Whatever's meant to be channeled through
exactly,
you is meant to be channeled through you. Sometimes they're messages,
exactly.
sometimes they're
Yeah,
whatever. Like I tell people, you take it with a grain of salt. If it happens, it happens. If it's great, it's great. Because guess what? Again, I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming stuff to say, oh, absolutely for sure, this is how it's going to happen. But something happened to me last night that literally just brought tears of joy to me that I never thought this would come. Like, like when those moments come to you where somebody makes you aware, like basically when you've done something for somebody and you've moved on, because like I said, being the person you are, you don't, like, you keep track of them but you don't, like, you do what you do, meaning you be the support you need to be, you be the message you need to be, and you let them go, but you always know that you're there for them. And then when you suddenly get that message, or they suddenly, you're in a chat, or you suddenly see something where they suddenly say to you, you know what, it happened, like what you said was gonna, or you prayed for me. Like, and it happened to me last night in Lightens Cafe's live stream, and it happened to me last night. And I was in such a down. I was so down. I was so broken and so empty and so lost of everything that's been going on YouTube over the last week, about what's been said about me and what's been done about me over the last month, how it's broken my freaking spirit down. That I just, when this person said that they were sick and they were going through something, and I read it in the chat, because like I said, people, I'm one of those people where I see you. If you're broken and you're out there and you're talking, I will see you. And they put it out in the chat and I saw it. And I said to that person, I am so sorry you're going through this difficult time in your life. I will keep you in my thoughts and my prayers. And I did. And 24 hours, I think it was 24 hours later, I have to check because I don't know, because being emotional right now, I have to check. But there it was last night. And I came across this person, and this person hashtag my name. And they literally said, thank you so much, my sister. I passed the biggest, I think she said, gallstone of my life. Your answers were, your prayer, the prayers you said for me were answered. And I became overwhelmed with freaking emotion, because I didn't know whether it was going to come true or not. Because again, we do what we do, not because we're waiting to hear back, but those times in your life when you can get that message back and know that it did work,
mhm,
you sit there and you go, this is why I do what I do. This is
mhm,
why I am who I am. And when that message
exactly.
came up and I read it, the tears of joy and the relief and the warmth that went through my whole body at that moment told me, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So it's okay right now if you're raw and you're broken. You reach out to those people and let them know, I'm raw and I'm broken right now, guys. I need you to lift me up. Because that message coming into that moment, you know what that was? That was my higher being sending me that message that I needed at that moment, because I was where I needed to be. Because there were so many live streams happening, there were so many things happening. I could have been anywhere, but I was there at that moment when that person came in, when I came in, that our messages and our paths crossed, that was said. And I needed that message more than I ever needed that message at that moment. And did I not receive it? I sure as hell received it. And where did that come from? I know that came from, I was graced by God. She
Mhm.
was graced by God. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, because there's places you go, and like I said it before, you go places and you don't know why you're there. But when it crosses to your path and you realize why you're there for that person or
Right,
person, family, you name it, then you realize, hey, this person needs help. This person needs prayer. There's so many
right,
situations in life that we
right.
just don't understand. Honestly, it's like, I don't know what you're going through, Grace. You don't know what I'm going through.
Exactly.
No one knows what I'm going through.
Exactly.
Only our heavenly. But the
That's
thing
right.
is that my problems are gonna go beyond to you.
No,
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 and it's supposed to be that way.
that's right.
We all have to deal our own problems.
That's right.
But if you put, say, I'm going through some, and somebody comes over and put more fire, yeah, you're gonna
Thank you so
react.
much, the messenger reveals. Thank you. It was wonderful meeting you and seeing you.
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean
well,
to cut you off.
no, it's okay. That's fine. But, it's just sad that I'm seeing this, I have my eyes wide open, I'm
Yep,
telling
all
you,
the
and I
time,
hear
all
very
the time.
good.
Yep, like I
We'll
said, well,
speak
we
what
live
I
with
have to
this. That
speak.
means we wake up with it and we go to bed with it. There's no
Mhm,
turning it off. So the moment we either leave our door and go into the real world, or the minute we go on social media, like as soon as we interact with anything other than ourselves, is the moment we're like back online again. Because, like I said, people will look at me and say, well, when are you going to stop rescuing dogs? When are you going to stop doing this? Or when are you going to stop trying to save the whales? Or when are you going to? And I say, you know what I'm going to stop? When they stop needing my help, then I'll stop. Because guess what? There's no turning it off. That's called what humanity, that's what the humanity is. And why that's what true humanitarianism is. And if you want to be a part, and like I said, if you're a good person, then you're part of what humanity is. And you should be a part of it. And if you're not, come into it. Why? Because why are you not a part of it? You're
mm.
suffering if you're not a part of it. And you shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know, it's so sad, honestly, it's
It
so
is.
sad to see
It's
this
heartbreak. It's
because,
heartbreak.
we're supposed to be thinking about others, but in a good way. Okay, like I said before, helping the
Yes.
homeless, helping the elderly, pray
Yes.
for the children, pray for the elderly,
Right.
pray for your
That's right.
family, pray for your friends, because that is the most important. Because I'm telling you, 100%, it's coming toward all the countries. This is a warning again. I can't say more and more. I can say it over and over, but it's up to the
Right.
person that wants to take it or not take
Right.
it.
That's right.
And, I love my family with
That's
all
right.
my heart and soul, but I cannot think for them. They have to think about themselves and
Thank
their own
you.
family.
This is what this
Okay.
is about, people, bringing you awareness. Listen, we cannot be your eyes. We cannot be your ears. Like I said to them, I will be your voice temporarily until you find your own. But I can't always be your voice because there's going to be a day where I'm not here. And if you don't build that safety net for yourself, what's going to happen to you if the day comes that I'm not here? Then what's going to happen to you? Are you going to be able to survive when I'm gone? You got to put yourself in a position where I know that whatever happens to me, because like I said, I live in the moment of every day to the fullest because I don't plan for 20 years down the road. Because if you think I'm that confident that I know I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, I don't. I'm
I
graced by
know.
every single moment I'm able to live. So when I close my eyes at sleep at night, if I wake up the next day, I have another day. I live that day to the fullest in the
It,
moment,
it's
process
it's
at
like
the end of the day, and then I look forward to the next day and I start it. I'm not going to plan for something 10 or 15 years down the road because if you think I'm that confident to think that I'm that inevitable, that oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be here in 2 weeks from now. Well, good luck. You're being reckless with your life. And like I said, you're the ones that unfortunately are the ones that are going to get thrown out of the water and be destroyed. And we're trying to say to you, please be aware because those ones that are going to have these experiences, you're the ones that, like I said, that we're coming across. That, like I said, we'll see that you just suddenly type something random in the chat, thinking nobody's paying attention. And guess what? I saw it. I saw it. I won't highlight your name back, but I'll say it and I'll say something back to you without highlighting your name. And they'll realize that I caught what they were saying. Yeah, because my eyes are always open. My
mhm.
eyes are always open all the time to all those people that may be in sudden distress or whatever they're going through. My eyes are always open to that.
you know,
Your eyes can be as well.
with my sister and brothers, when I get argued with them, or because sometimes I disagree, I have to
Hmm.
because in the spiritual realm. But I call them back the end of the day before I go to bed and say, "Hey, I'm sorry." You know why? Because I
Yes,
don't know if I'm gonna get up in the next day
that's
or
right.
them, and bring peace in me, basically.
That's right. Because
Because
in the end, like I said, it's not like I said, we're not all going to like everybody in this world. We're not
I
going to get along with everybody in this
or
world.
agree.
We or agree with everybody. That's why you can agree to disagree. But in the end, you can have at least a common ground of respect. That if you're not
Mhm.
able to have a common ground of respect and hold yourself quiet, then
Mhm.
remove yourself from the freaking environment, because guess what? You're about to go off in T minus 10 seconds and you're about to make a bunch of people sick. And some people so sick that you'll freaking never know on a level how freaking sick you made them that you actually drove somebody to a freaking hospital a couple times.
Mhm. Exactly.
Try not to
I
get too
agree.
personal, but I think I did a little. Sorry.
No, but it's true though. It's true because, like, again, going back, you don't know what that person's going through, and if you say throw stones at them, because I'm not gonna say the names,
I don't.
you know, you know. No, what I'm
Right.
trying to
There's
say
a
is
reason why they say, those that live in glass houses don't throw stones.
mhm.
I don't throw stones because I'm not perfect. I have a glass house.
But see, the thing is that if someone like me, I'm gonna put myself in it because I don't want to put anybody in it. I'm putting myself in it as an example. If
Yes.
I'm stressed, depressed, hurting, sad,
Yep.
sick, and then on top of all the other things coming toward me, the rocks, the stones throwing at me,
Yep.
where am I going to end up? In the hospital. Not
Exactly.
in a mental hospital like people think, oh, suicide,
Hey,
oh, this.
hey, wait a
No,
minute. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
no,
that.
I'm just saying,
That's
I'm
why
just
there's
saying.
hospitals. That's why there's mental health facilities out there.
Exactly.
So when people are
But who?
sick, they can go to those places to get themselves better. No different than if people have diabetes or cancer or anything else.
But
No
but
illness
what
ever
I'm
needs
trying
to
to
be judged.
Grace, but what I'm trying to say, Grace, is that you cannot tell someone, oh, she needs help because she's suicidal. Okay, or you got to call someone because she's gonna do this or he's gonna do that. I'm saying because of my brother. Okay,
Yes.
that's one thing.
You don't say that.
But
You know what you do?
you
If
can't
you can
say it.
do
You
it,
can't
you do it. You don't say it to a bunch of people. You just say nothing and you freaking take action and you freaking do it. You intervene. Why do you have to
Well,
announce to other people to intervene? That's what I'm saying. Be the difference
because
in this world. When I see that stuff, like I said, I've told people, I have people pissed off, and I'd rather have people pissed off and alive in this world because I called 911 than you freaking dead and me living with it for the rest of my life.
mhm.
I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not
Yeah, because it's like me telling my brother, "Hey, you're this. Rest in peace, my brother." But instead, I
they're
went, you
so
know what,
proud of
bro?
you, sweetie. They're so
I
proud of you. My God.
I told my bro, I
Those
said,
are
"Hey,
also the
bro."
voices of your family. It's not just
Yeah,
God. You have the voices of your family coming through you as
yeah.
well when you get emotional. That's all of them
Well,
coming through you.
it's like I told my bro, "Hey, bro, because he's 2 years older than me, okay, but he's my baby brother." So I say, "Hey, bro, you know what? If you need me, I'm here. My doors are open. You can come and eat. Hey, you're welcome. But I'm gonna ask you one thing." He always told me, "What's this?" I said, "Please let me help you in some way."
That-
Financial, whatever he was going through, I was there for him.
That's
And
right.
that's how we're supposed to be for with
That's right.
each
If you're
other.
struggling,
Needing.
if you're suffering, let me know. Don't
Mhm,
go and do this burden alone because there's people out there that do not want you to carry these burdens alone because
mhm.
nobody should ever have to feel alone in this world that they have to carry their burdens, their pains, their mistakes, their secrets to themselves. Nobody should ever have to feel that way. And if
That's
you do, please stop feeling that way. There's people out there that are here for the purpose of we're here to listen, we're here to take it on,
it's
because
like
one day you're going to be that person that's going to be ready to take it on and pass it on to the next person and be that person that's going to be there for the next person that might have their
the
burden or their
this is
crisis.
this is what happened, okay? Forgive me, bro. But it's like one night before I went to bed. Well, I prayed. I always pray.
I
But
pray every day for you, night.
I went to bed and I had a dream.
Yeah,
And this is the words that the Heavenly Father gave me. I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man can come to my Father but by me.
that's right.
I woke up the next day. I said, Lord, I don't know what who was it for?
Mhm.
Okay. At that moment, I didn't know. Well, the first thing I get a call early at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was my mom. Hey, your brother has a gun. Okay. That was a message for my brother.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
So here I am driving fast because they're on the other side of the city,
Mm,
driving fast. I get there. Two of my older sister were there. My mom, of course, because my dad passed on already. And I gave him the message. I said, but you have a little faith. I told him, the Lord is telling me you have faith.
mm,
And I go, he can restore
right.
everything that the enemy took away from you. In other words, his family, his financial, his job, you name it. I
That's
said, but
right.
just have faith. But
Whatever
guess
you
what?
lost in this lifetime, don't think you can never get it back. I have met people and I have lost everything and
Mhm.
picked myself up from losing everything so many times in my life. Okay. But,
But
and
it's
like
like,
I said, so don't ever give up on that. She got that
uh,
message. So it came to her through a dream. But later on, she made the connection to say that, yeah, the message was given to her. She got like a premonition almost just
but
before it was
let me
coming.
finish the whole thing. So I had two older sisters sitting there. When I gave them the message, of course, the enemy came through my sisters telling me she's a liar. He's not speaking to her. Blah blah blah. And I said, bro, I said, look at me. I said, this is what the word of the Lord's coming from. He is the way, the truth, and the man, and no man could come to him
That's
by
right.
to his Father.
Right.
So I said, if I'm wrong, I said, then I'll take the responsibility of saying a lie.
That's
But
right.
if I'm right and there's someone confirmation
That's
coming
right.
towards you, which it will, I said, you will know that our Heavenly Father talked to you. Guess what? He went to get help. Of course, we got the gun away from him. He
And
went to get help, and this, because he was on drugs too. Our father, one of a priest, best friend of my mom and dad, went to see him. He told him the same thing.
yep.
So he calls me, hey, he goes, hey sis, guess what? I go, what? He goes, guess who was here? And I said, who? He goes, Father Gillespie. I said,
Nice.
what was he doing there? He goes, he told me the same what you told him, what I told him. I go, really? I said, see,
Yep.
I wasn't lying, my bro.
That's
I
right.
go, that was from God. Well, guess what? He got out, and because I always told him, you could come and stay with me, you can, whatever. I didn't care. He was my brother. I was there for him.
That's right.
I'm still
Like I
there
said,
for him.
we don't, like I said, why we feel sure and confident. Like I said, what it's about your belief and faith. Like I said, whatever you want to believe in
Mhm,
is what you
mhm,
believe in. Whatever faith in is what you have faith in. For me,
mhm,
it's God because that's what I am. And for me, like I said, having that message come through last night in that chat, like I said, it doesn't, when you're able to get those, when God graces me when he's able to grace me and let me know every so often that he's able to let paths recross, that somebody's able to acknowledge me that my prayers or whatever I did worked for them. Like I said, that helps me to let me know, that gets me know that I'm still doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing and what I'm doing is right. And I'm not, that just gives me the confirmation of just
mhm.
everything. And I don't know when it's going to
Well,
come. I don't know who it's going to come
mhm,
from. So when it came up
mhm,
last night, boy, like it was just like, oh my God, I swear I could have. I was like, I heard a choir going off in my head. I could hear a choir freaking singing when that came up. It said, thank you, my sister. I just
mhm,
passed the biggest gallstone or whatever of my
mhm.
life. Thank you for your prayers. Again, even though I do my prayers, I don't know if they're answered. I know when mine are answered, but I don't know when yours are answered. And when God allows me for my path to recross with you to show that other
Mhm.
people's prayers were answered because I know that I was a part of that, I am so grateful to be able to get that
Well,
message back. And I finally got one yesterday, and I'm so grateful for that. Why? Because it grounded me again. Because it made me remember, hey, just reach out to those other people that are out there to say, you know what, I'm struggling right now myself.
it's
Because the
like
world is heavy right now. The world is so heavy right now.
mhm. It's well going back because I'm not done yet, but I want to get to my point in a little bit. The thing is that when my brother got out, okay, because I told him I'll help him out, whatever. He has a son and a daughter, a niece and a nephew of mine.
Mhm.
Okay, before all this was gonna happen, what he did, he goes, promise me this. I know you're younger than me, but take care of my kids. And I at that moment I didn't know why. I said
Mhm.
I can't do that because I was in school. I had
Yep.
a full time job. And I
Yeah,
said, I can't do that, bro. It's you're putting too much on me. He goes, no, promise me, sis. Promise me you'll take care of him. I said, all right, I'll take care of him. So, it's when he got out of that the rehab, he wanted to come to my house, but my mom said no. She's not gonna open the door. Of course, I already knew who it was talking
right.
toward him. Well, take me to my oldest sister's house. Guess what? My mom took him there. The next day, he died. So now my responsibility
Oh
at this
no.
moment is taking care of my niece and nephew. They've been with me
Oh
from
wow.
since he died,
Oh
and
wow.
she was 3, and my little nephew was 3 months.
Oh wow.
Okay, so that's a burden on me. But
I
you know what?
understand. I understand. Yeah.
It's my
I
I promised my brother. And see,
I
what
know.
I'm trying to say here is that family needs to be together, united.
Yeah,
All of us have problems.
that's
And it
right.
goes with the chats, it goes with the stream. We're
That's right.
all family. So one falls, we all fall. If we
That's
all
right.
stand up, we all stand up.
That's right. There are,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There are real problems in the world that we cannot avoid. They're inevitable. Real stressors in the world, paying your bills, going grocery shopping, being stuck in traffic, losing a loved one. There are real things in the world that we will go through on a daily basis we can't avoid. Why create lies and drama and chaos? And why create all this extra crap when there's more enough out there in the world for us to deal with? We don't need to create even more. Don't
Exactly.
create
I mean,
it, dispel it. That's
that's
what
why
we're trying to do. We're trying to level, we're trying to bring that energy back down, to calm that energy, ground that energy, bring back that humanity, bring back that friendship, bring out that, because it was there.
I have
It was there.
we're all our what is it? Gloom and doom. That's how we are right now. There's
Yeah,
no
like
light, too
it
much
is.
darkness,
It's like
too much hate, no love,
it is.
no
There's so
peace.
much heaviness now. There is just so
Mhm.
much
And it's
heaviness,
gonna
so
get
much
worse.
hatred, so much animosity, so much
Mhm.
misunderstanding. Like it just blows my mind away going, we were so much better in the freaking 70s and 80s. I can't believe this. We
I don't
literally
know.
were. We literally were. Like what has happened to us that we are just all like so many people are just all like F you, I don't give a crap, F you. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh my God, where does this come from? Like, how
Mhm.
can you live like that? Like, you have a heart, you have a soul. Connect with it, please. Connect with it. You're a human being. Please connect with it. Like, because what a life wasted if you don't connect with it. What a life
Exactly.
wasted. And I
And
feel sorry for those
I
people. I
I
feel
had
sorry for those people.
it's like I had to stop my life to be with them. I
Yeah,
had to hold my happiness.
that's right.
If I wanted to get married or have children, I have to hold that away from me for a while because right now they're a little younger still. But you know what? In the long way, they're my children. They're my blood, and I can't, say, "Hey, guess what? You guys are going to your nanas, and I'm leaving." No, I promised a brother, and I will always keep my promise. I can't go back on my promise because he went. No matter what he did, he still knew I was going to take care of these kids
You can't
financially.
go back on your promise, sweetie. Listen, your
Right.
promise is your word. Your
Hmm.
word is your credibility. That's all you have in your lifetime is your
That's
word. For people
that's
that don't know you, your word's your credibility. So when you make a promise, you have to
right.
stick to it because if you don't stick to it, like I said, not only do you let a lot of people down to certain people, again, eventually when you clue in that you let your word down, you're gonna have to carry
Hmm.
that for the rest of your life when those
Exactly.
people cannot forgive you or they will not bring you back in because you did not hold yourself accountable for your word.
That's why I work so hard. It's not just for me. Shoot, I wish I
It's for
didn't work hard,
everybody. It's for
but
myself,
it's for
for everybody.
for them. They're the most important in my life at this moment. So I work hard for them.
That's right.
I homeschool them. I don't want them in no public school and being brainwashed.
That's right.
So there's things that I have to put on the side. I have to make time because I also go help the elderlies. I go help the whatever I can, donate, whatever. because that's who I am. And people don't know me well. Now you're gonna know who I am.
That's
Some
right.
people do know, but
That's right. Yep.
it's just how
Like I said,
that's
we
what
don't turn this
humanity
off.
is.
It's on 24/7. I'm a crisis worker on a hotline for mental health. I mean, like I said, we don't sit there and give a resume on all the
Mhm,
stuff and all the people we help. Why? Because we don't want to give out a resume. Because us knowing ourselves that we know we're doing what we're supposed to be
mhm,
doing, it's
mhm.
enough for us. But if we literally started dropping down the receipts of how many things we've done in our lifetime on a daily basis, like like half of you people would be going to church like 24 freaking 7, because you'd be
You know,
blown away. You'd be blown away going, I can't believe you do that much. And you go, guess what? I cannot do any less, because that if that came across my path, it came across my path for a reason.
like my niece and nephew are always because they call me auntie a lot, and but the little one, my nephew, he calls me more mom because he was only 3 months. Okay, so instead of being, you know how many people are on the when they're having dinner or breakfast or lunch and they're on their phone or tablet, whatever. I don't let them do that. I said, you know what? We're gonna go camping. We're gonna go do something. Go see nature. Why? Because I don't want their minds to be controlled by these these technology. I don't want that for them. Why? Because it's ruined their lives, not mine, theirs. And this is where I get upset a little about parents because they're letting these children get away about these phones and tablets, and that's where disrespect starts to kick in. They
Exactly, because
they
listen, when
want
you're
their
still
own
young,
way.
yeah, because when you're still young and a kid, you don't know these life experiences and emotions, like
Mhm,
being aware of your actions and being, and because you're a kid, you're still young, you're an imaginative state, you're like in all of that state. That's what you are as a kid.
mhm,
I never did that.
mhm.
When I was a kid, guess what? You know what we would do? It was like Saturday morning cartoons. Yay! There we went, Saturday morning from like 8
Yeah.
a.m. to 11 a.m. And then if we were watching cartoons, we were playing outside, or we were
Mhm.
at the park, we were on the phone, but we weren't sitting there on freaking like tablets and stuff talking. Like, and even to this day, I have
Yeah.
friends that'll suddenly like send me a message and I'll go, are you freaking kidding me? Do you know it's quicker for you to freaking call me and tell me what you need to tell me then freaking text it to me? You freaking like call me, you freaking dumbass. And I'll be like, are you freaking, and I'll be laughing with them going, you pots, like, what are you doing? Like, that's what I'm saying, people. So children should not be exposed to that. Why? Because they haven't been exposed to more of the adult world. And guess what? They shouldn't be as children. They should
Mhm,
still be children. Let them be children, because the day's going to come
mhm,
where they're not going to be children anymore, that they are going to be exposed to the real world, that you're not going to be able to protect them anymore. And all that stuff is going to be out there for them. So for me,
mhm.
yeah, I didn't get on the internet for the
I
first time until I was 18 years old. I was 18 the first time I went on the internet. Are you kidding me? When I see these 12-year-olds on there, I go, where are your parents? Because I know
you
where
know
mine were, and they were not going to allow me to be on the internet at 12 years old.
yeah,
That's
you
for
know
sure.
I thank God that I had good parents. I mean, yeah, they were rough on us. Not me, thank God. My dad and my mom always treated me right because I was the respectful child as I am today. But he used to get us up very early at 6 in the morning. Okay, bike riding, let's go. Here we go, big long bike riding. Then we used to stop at the cow ranch, because I live on the ranch too, and we used to stop and get some fresh milk. And then here we go back to the bikes. But every weekend, we always had different. We go camping or we go to a state like California, Texas, New Mexico, Colorado, Nevada. He always did some every weekend with us. Why? He says because he didn't want us to be more like other children, in other words. Because in those days too, growing up, my dad was strict, very strict on us. But at the same time, he gave us slack. You know what I'm saying? He let us go swimming on our bikes, on the public
Yes, yes.
pool.
But that
Those are
strictness,
good
though,
things.
that
Those are
strictness was to
good.
keep us alive. They went, like I said,
Exactly.
their means back then might have not been right, But the reasons
Mhm.
behind their means was, I'm doing this so that when you get old enough and you move out,
Exactly.
you can
Mhm.
survive on your own and not end up like, falling flat on, like basically I'm trying to get you to build your own safety net for yourself.
So
So
exactly.
when you get out in
Used to
the
say
world,
never.
the world's not going to blow you away and screw you over horribly.
Mhm. Exactly. That's why he taught us as a natives, he taught us how to survive because he knew. It seemed like my dad knew about this way back before he passed on because he taught us a lot of stuff. I mean, and to the teeth as a native. And, it's just strange how he did it. And now, with all this years past, I know why. It's for us to learn when we are off grid because that's coming. For one, he taught us how to survive with plants, how to get water, how to dig water, how to find it, in other words. He taught us but to the teeth how to survive. And this is one of the things that I
Nice.
I wish everybody start looking into it
Yeah.
because you need to with everybody. I'm not just the United States, all the countries. Start preparing yourself and know the plants what to eat because you're gonna have to survive somehow. And going back years, my dad probably didn't know what's going to happen today, but
Yep.
he did it because we're natives. I mean,
And even
I
though
might
it's
compare
but even though
that.
it's survival, do you want to be in survival? Because I don't. That's what I'm saying. That's why we do what we do. Because people that are living in a state of survival are not
Mhm.
living. Now, this is deep as I'm dropping this, so I'm going to say it again. When you're a person that on a day-to-day basis, you're struggling to live and exist, you're living on a survival basis. When you're living on a survival basis, guess what? You're not able to live life
Yeah, but
because
a
you're too busy
survival is
surviving. Thank you. You're
yeah,
too
but
busy always under survival instinct that you're not able to sit back and actually live life.
hey, I will live off grid. That's why a
That's what
survival for me.
that's what I said. I got my dogs. I'm good, man. Like at the end of the day, I just want to get rid of everything and just go into nature with the animals and just lay in the
Mhm,
grass and be like, bye. I'm staring at the stars for 6 hours. This is all I
mhm.
need. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. The only
I'm,
thing I didn't really like is fishing. I mean, I can fish, but I don't like fishing.
oh, I can
But
fish. I love it,
I
but
can
don't
I
ask me if
can
I'm not
hunt.
with the out girl. I'll be passing it to you going, I ain't gutting it because I'll be puking. It's like, I'll catch it, but you got to gut
But
it and clean it.
but you know how you can catch a fish? You know how to catch one? You go
Worms, baby.
in, you
Worms
dig
straight up.
no, hold on. You dig a hole, a big enough hole, and the water comes in. That's how
Yeah.
you catch a fish.
I just love it when I see people look. I love it when I used to go fishing and I'd see all these guys with like, oh, they're like lures and they're special little, like I got this tactical lure and I got this bobber and I'd come in with just like my fish, like I come in with my thing and I just pull out my little, Tupperware, like my little styrofoam container full of like alive worms. And I'm just like shaking my head, laughing at them going, good
Oh,
luck. Listen, they're not that stupid. Like fish are stupid, but they're not that stupid. Listen, after they've seen that
mhm.
bobber around for a while, they clue in.
Yeah.
But guess what? They always love the worms. So as I'm sitting there going fishing, because the girls were like, yeah, we'll see at the shore. And I'm like the tomboy going, let's go, guys. Sure enough, 2 hours later, we came back. And who caught the most bass? I did.
Mhm.
Not my three male friends. I did. And all the girls, all their girlfriends, they just started laughing. And why? Because they came walking out with their little tactical boxes and 5 different fishing rods. And I just came with one rod and my little worms and carrying the fish going, people, simplify it. Why are you making everything so complicated? Or why are you making everything so lazy? And like, it just my brain, and I just chuckling at them going, like I was just teasing them, going, "Good luck, guys! Like, have fun catching anything." Or they're like, "Oh yeah, whatever. Like, we've been fishing for like 10 years." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." They're like, "You've only done it like 20 times in your life." Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." And it's true. Like, I may have only done 20 times, but there's my worms. But I knew how to do it right from the get go. Why? Because I was taught right from
Mhm.
the get go. So
Yeah.
here I come back with four,
We're
and they all came back with one, and I came back with four. And the
well,
ladies were laughing their butts off as we came off the canoe. They were laughing. And I'm waving, going, "Hey, girls." And they're like, "Oh my God, look what City Girl did."
mhm. That's why in the when I was born in the 80s, I was taught good because okay, my dad taught us how to survive. My mom taught
Right.
us how to cook.
My dad too.
Okay,
Yes.
my nana, she used to
You say
make
nonna
rice.
too? I say
Yeah,
nanny. I say my nanny and nano or my nonna.
nana. I call them
Nice.
nana, nana, tata.
Yeah.
My
Got it.
nana, tata.
I say nanny
And
and nano.
oh,
Nice.
abuelita, abuelito. With more respect, I call them
Yes. I
abuelita.
still do. I always do, even after they die. I can't, like, when I say grandma or grandpa, I'll slip it out, and then after that, I find that I go right back to saying nanny or nunno because
Mhm.
I can't say that. Why? Because that's now how I dress them my whole life. So then I
Oh
have to
my
tell
God.
people, they'll go, "What does that mean?" I'll say, "Oh, sorry, that means grandmother or grandfather," and then I just go right back to saying nanny and nunno all over again because I feel like I've disrespected them by saying grandma, grandpa. That's not how I ever address them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I can literally
yeah,
hear them saying from like I can literally hear them telling me like that's not my name. I can literally hear the accent going, that's not what you call like that's not what you call me. What do you call me? What am I? I'm nanny.
mhm,
I'm your nanny. I'm not your grandma. I'm your nanny. Like I can literally hear them saying that. So it's like I get it. Like I know. Like I got it.
but,
It's a
you
problem.
know but I really wish parents do take the children out to nature
Connect
because
with your children,
they
have
need
relationships with your children, spend quality time with
mhm,
your children, get them out into the world in nature. Exactly. Spend like do this with them. Don't let media raise your children. Don't let television raise your children. Like I said, you
mhm,
know what raised me? Like, yes, my parents did the essentials, but it was me, like I said, going out and playing with my friends. Playing tag, going to the park, going swimming, riding my bike, reading books, like just having like just being a freaking kid. Like,
I played
why are you,
sports.
you don't need to speed this thing up. Because like I said, guys, whether you like it or not, you're going to grow up one day. And when you grow up one day, you will have those days where you look back and you cry and you go, I miss what it's like to be a kid. I miss what it was like before I knew that all of this ever existed, where I could just have just open imagination land as far as I can see, that it was just like gumdrops and lollipops and Santa Claus still existed and the tooth fairy was still real. You will miss those days where you were able to live in that and think like that and believe in that.
Mhm.
You have
That's
like
why I do a lot of hiking.
yeah.
Do a lot of hiking, and then plus I played a lot of sports, so
So did I. I loved sports. I was a tomboy,
mhm.
so I was like literally
Oh,
I had
I
more
wasn't a tomboy,
I had
I
more
was
men
just
friends
playing
than female
sports.
friends. So I did a lot of the active stuff,
No,
sports, playing, and
I take that back because I used to climb the orange trees, the pecan trees, those big trees. I used to climb and just shake the
oh, me
pecans out.
too.
I'm a
Oh, me
my dad used
too.
to say, "Hey, get down,"
Oh my
but
God. I grew up beside the farmer's field. Man, how many times we
mhm,
got chased out of the farmer's fields by his freaking salt gun? Because you damn kids, stop picking the cherries off my freaking trees. And we'd freaking be running down and running up the freaking escarpment. This is what we did
uh,
growing up. And people, and we would
mhm,
then stop and laugh for like 15, 20 minutes. Guess what? Nobody was hurt. Not a person, not the world. The energy was great. Like that's what it was like. I don't know where it flipped that suddenly, like I said, whether people like lost or forgot their childhood or whatever we happened. But like I said, like I lived through that. So it's not like I'm talking about something that's like a fairy tale freaking land. This really
mhm,
freaking existed. And I'm trying
mhm,
to understand where it went. And I'm trying to not only am I trying to understand where it went, I wanted to come the hell back because it
mhm,
was the greatest thing to be a kid back then and to have that. Where as soon as you woke up, like literally, I remember getting Atari. I remember that. We asked for it. We got it for Christmas, me and my brothers, because everybody wanted it. Guess what? We got the Atari. Guess what? We go to turn it on. Not even 15 minutes into playing that Atari, as soon as we heard our friends outside freaking playing, that was it. We threw that
mhm.
freaking controller down that our parents freaking bitched at us and was like, you freaking kids were bugging us all freaking year for this thing. We get this Atari, and you guys will never play longer than the minute you hear your friends wake the frick up and they're outside playing. And as soon as you hear they're playing, you are freaking turning this off. TV's off, Atari's off, whatever you're doing is off, and you are outside playing with your friends. That's
Yeah,
what it was like to be a kid. That's how you learn to socialize. That was how you learned to get along with each other, whether you liked people a lot. You know why? Because you got to know people genuinely. You didn't get to know people through social media. You got to know
mhm,
people genuinely. Get back,
Well, yeah,
get
you
back.
gotta realize that in those well, like I said, I'm an 80, but in the 90s, going back a little bit of the 80s and some of it when I because of my mom and dad, they were watching a lot of the 70s. That's how I got hooked with the 70s. It's a lot
My brother
cleaner,
did, and
a lot
my older brother did. I have an older brother, so he got me into the 70s. He's 50, so I
yeah.
know my older brother's 50.
uh
He got me into the 70s, rock and all that, and
Same thing with music. I
yeah.
don't like the music it is today. I'm more of a like I always tell everyone, I'm a country
Yes,
girl.
me too, guys. If you ask me, like, if you literally say, name one, like, name 10 hit songs that are on the radio right now, I would not be able to do that. Because for me, in my opinion, really good music stopped around like 2000, between 2000 and 2005.
Mhm,
Like, there's still good music out there, but really, like, you got to start like listening to the all like this old stuff because back like these people were freaking poets. These
mhm.
people were freaking, they were
I love
musicians, they were
I love
poets. They had messages in their songs. Find those artists that have messages in their songs because those messages are
exactly.
for you and they're for all of us. And it's amazing. So I don't, it's
I
hard
like
for me to find modern music to listen to.
I love to go to the rodeos though.
Oh
Ugh,
yeah, that's fine. But I mean, music wise, I always find I'm still going back
music
to
too.
music of the 70s, the 80s, the
Mhm,
90s, up to maybe like 2000 and maybe at the latest 2010. After 2010, I went, I'm out. I'm connected with those artists that, like I said, they're writing from a place of like personal life experience, poetry, depth,
mhm,
like because where you can connect on like music, like man, there's so many platforms. They're out there, people. If your eyes are open, you'll see how many platforms are out there for us as
mhm.
humanitarians in general.
Yeah, but all that got lost somewhere. I well,
And I
not
know, and I don't know
somewhere.
where it did, but hopefully, and I don't know where it did, but you know what? And we'll never figure out where it did. So because we'll never figure out where we did, but we know we lost it. This is why we do what we do every day to try to bring it back. Because there's
Yeah,
people like us that lived it. We saw it. We
mhm,
lived it. It was wonderful, and it breaks our heart that other people have never known one day of knowing what that's like to live like that and feel like that. Completely
exactly.
freely. I grew up where we could go to sleep at night, and if we forgot to lock our doors, no problem. We were never worried somebody was going to come in and kill us. I'm
Mhm,
not making up fairy tales. Not saying that it didn't happen, but it was a very like you know what I'm saying. I'm not making up fairy tales. This stuff was real.
mhm.
It was real.
They used to scare us by saying in Spanish, La Royona, the crying lady. In other words, the lady that someone killed their 7 children and they were in the river. This is an old tale, you could say, story. So every time we didn't do anything like obedient, in other words,
Yep.
then they will say, "Ah, la llorona va a venir por ti." In other words, the lady that cries is gonna come for you. I'm
Yep.
like, "Come on, you guys, what are you gonna"
Yeah.
they used to scare us that way.
Yeah.
Our
See, my nonna
people.
didn't scare me. My mom and dad did. See, my nonna did it the opposite. See, my mom and dad did the fear God way. And that's why I didn't like that. So
Mhm,
I had a problem in the beginning. But my nonna
mhm,
did the opposite way, where she would always say, like, as soon as I remember the moment I moved out, she told me right away because I remember I called her because I knew right away the moment I moved out, my parents were gonna freaking disown me for this. Because are you kidding me? Like they were gonna keep appearances so fast. Like, how dare you with your culture and your ancestry and your religion? Are you gonna like shame the family this way? So my family wanted to keep appearances. Well, I realized at a very young age I was about keeping it real, and my grandmother was about keeping it real. So when I called her, the first thing she said to me was, you are always, 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 always welcome in my home. Always.
mhm,
She was the
mhm,
one that never, ever, ever judged me or said anything bad about me. If she heard something bad about me or anything, what she always did was she cried for me or she prayed for me. And every time I
mhm.
went to see her and every time I leave, she would always say the same things to me. And I can't say it in Italian right now because I'm going to cry and I don't want to. But she would always say the same things to me from the age of 16 years old up until when she finally passed away last year, when God finally took her home and reunited her with my nonno. And I had to say goodbye to her on my 40. Oh, I almost gave it away. But anyways, I had to say goodbye to her on my birthday. But I knew my nonna being stubborn. She was up there in heaven going, hey, you listen, God, you listen. Hey, I've been loving you for 93 years. I follow you, love you for 93 years, okay? That's my granddaughter down there. I've been asking you for 3, 4 years to take me. I was ready to go home. If you think I'm going to let you take me on my granddaughter's birthday, it's not going to freaking happen. She lasted for another month. She passed a month later. Why did she finally pass? Because I finally said to God, you can take her now. Because as much as I've been praying for you to keep her here, because I know the moment she left, I was going to fall to pieces in a way I never knew. I didn't realize at the same time she was praying to you to ask her to please take her back home because she misses Nando and she misses her brothers and her sisters. So you know what? You can take her. And as I said that to her the night of my birthday, as I kissed her, she was in a coma. He took her a month later.
Mhm.
And a month later,
But you know
my
what?
mother kept her appearances and went back to the way she was.
You know, my
My
nana
grandmother
prayed
always
for all
told
of
me,
us.
hey, Lonnie, I gotta go, Nani. I go, okay, you listen to me. Listen to me. Before you go, yeah, what is it, Nani? Before you go, listen. Now, don't forget, be good, be safe, and I love you. That was always the same three things she would always say to me because her English was broken. I'm Italian. So her English was broken. So that's why I'm not going to say it in Italian. So she'd always say the same three lines and she would kiss me before I'd walk out that door. And she would say, be good, be safe.
It
I love
sounds like
you. And I
it sounds like
honored
my
her
nana.
every single day from my since I was 16 on. I was always good in this world. And if I was not good, that's called those mistakes. And when I made those mistakes, I held myself accountable. And that's
It's
why
like
she's proud of me and she'll always be proud of me. And they're with me all the time. Why? Because I honor them every single day of my life. I honor those that have passed.
I still remember when my nana when I was little, my nana used to say, "Don't speak to me in English," because she didn't know hardly English, all
She would
Spanish.
she would say to me only the times where if we would say something in English that she didn't learn that yet, or we knew
Mhm.
she wouldn't be able to, then she would ask us to translate it. But guess what? Italian was the first language I learned because you don't go to school until you're about 5 years old. So guess what?
5, exactly.
So if you're raised in a household where your first language is not English, then the first language you will learn is the tongue of your culture and your family. So my mother and
Mhm.
father being Italian, the first language I learned was Italian. The second language I learned was English. So there were times where I knew if I said something in English, if my grandmother, she'd look at me and she'd suddenly go, I don't understand. And then I go, no problem, Nandi. And I would repeat the same thing I just said, except I would say it in Italian so she could understand it.
Mhm. Well, see, when I was little, I learned, okay, Spanish, native. Then when I got into grade school, English, Spanish, native. Then I got a little
I learned a
older,
bit of French. They
English and
forced French up
Spanish.
here in Canada. So I learned a bit of French because they forced it up here in Canada. You have to take a couple of those courses in high school if you want to
Mhm.
graduate. So we know some basic French, whether you like it or not.
I wanted to take French, but I ended up taking Spanish because it was
I
easy
want to learn Spanish.
credit.
I want to learn Latin. There's so many beautiful languages out there. I would love to be able to learn them because my brain's like, oh my God, if I can actually speak other languages, now I'm going to get to meet like more amazing people on another level because now I can communicate on a level that we can both understand. It just blows
Yeah.
your mind away when you think of the depth, people. Open your mind. There's
See,
so
my
many
nanny
amazing people in the world that are waiting to meet you.
my nanny used to get mad at us though, because we try to speak in Spanish, but, and then we'll put a little English in it or native, because she was
My
full
grandma,
native.
yeah, I would do that. No, we were guilty. See, when I started high school, and in high school in Canada, you have to have two compulsory like French credits to pass. Meaning they wanted you to learn the basics. Being Canada, like
Mhm.
hello, goodbye, how are you, like just the basics. Okay, so you had to take it like grade 9 and grade 10. And everyone, unless you were majoring in a job or a career where you needed to be bilingual, which I completely understand that, you were just happy to get that credit. You were just like, I got it, great, I'm graduating. Like I don't care because I'm not learning. And eventually, once I started taking French, it was so funny that I remembered I went to my grandma's place one time, and then she looked at me and she shook her head and she just started bursting out laughing in a way I never heard her laugh. And then I started laughing. And then when we finally stopped laughing, I had to ask her what she was laughing about. And she literally said that I started talking to her. And when I talked to her, I was using that when I was speaking to her, I started using Italian, English, and French all in one paragraph at the same freaking time. She doesn't know any freaking French. She missed half of the she missed half of the English. And I laughed. I'd explained to Nani going, oh my God. I'm like this. I said, this is what happened because when you learn other languages, you don't. So because I was learning French at the time, I started speaking where I was using three languages at once. And my Nani was just like, oh, and she was laughing. So then I had to like, it was just so funny. So I was
Yeah.
just to get those credits, finish that class. But guess what? I know my bonjours, goodbyes, and comment ça, and say chien. So like, we know the basics. So that's all you really need to know, unless, like I said, you have a career, a job, a life, a family, whatever, where bilingual or multiculturalism is an important part and an aspect of your life.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, if you think about when you've been growing up, how they raised you, you miss it, don't you? I mean, I do.
That's
I
what I
really
said.
miss.
That's why I'll have those sad days where I'll look back and I'll go, I miss being a kid. Because when I was a kid, like I said, that's when for me, like I said, I could go out and play and we were connected as a family and we did things and like I said, everything was it really feels like night and day. And yet it's not and yet to say this, you would think I'm talking like 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, a century ago. I'm not, people. I'm talking 20 freaking years ago. I'm talking only
Mhm.
30 freaking years ago. Like that's how drastic like we have sped up our own 11 we have sped up our own evolution so fast. And you know how people did it? Unfortunately, one of the ways was freaking technology. Sorry, but there
Mhm.
it is. Because
That's
what it
what's
did, like I said,
destroying
it
us.
killed off the old ways of where you actually had to go out into public, do your grocery shopping, say you went to church, you went to visit family, whatever, you went to weddings, whatever you did. So hence you met other people, hence you made other relationships, hence then you went over to their house for dinner, hence you went over, like that was how you met people. That was how you grew. That was how, not where people sent you emails at like I get like I'm okay with that as today. But I'm just saying it's at a point where I don't want people to be their first encounters with getting to know people being from social media. I want them to be on the like real life to life, your own eyes, your own ears in the real world thing.
Mhm.
Learn it that way first before you learn it through social media, because learning it through the
Mhm.
real world, that's the genuine, authentic way it should be learned, because that's the healthy taught way. It's the healthy way that it should be learned is through that platform.
What destroyed us in the United States when they passed the law, you can't uh, you can't hit your children.
Oh,
That's
I
when
didn't know they passed that. I didn't know they passed
yeah,
that law. So
they
they
did it here in the United States, and that's where all these children, you
So
hit
what they
me,
did,
I'll
it
call the
became
cops.
illegal. So yes, basically what they did, which makes sense, was child abuse is illegal. So if you're a person that you were put, like, there's a difference between discipline and child
I,
abuse.
I
Please know
know,
the
but
difference between discipline. Like, we were disciplined growing up. I'm talking about
no,
like child abuse, big difference. But then there's parents
yeah.
out there that are doing nothing. They are so lazy, like I said, that they're
See,
letting technology raise their children, and they're perfectly okay with
I
that.
know,
You're a lazy
but the
parent.
but the thing here in the United States, for instance, my niece and nephew, if I don't spank them, what are they gonna do? Walk all over you, right?
Right? That's what
Okay,
discipline
but
is.
see,
Spanking is
this,
discipline. There's a difference. Like I said, there's a difference
but
between
see,
abuse and discipline.
I know, but see, a child can go to school and tell their teacher, "Well, my aunt hit me. This." What happens? They take your children. That's the law here.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's where all the disrespect of children coming against their parents.
yeah.
Because why? The government gave the rights to these children to do whatever they want to do with their
It's
parents.
not necessarily the government gave the rights to this children.
No, that's the law.
It's not just them. It's also the children that saw that loophole and took advantage of it and said,
And
you
ran
know what?
mad.
I can play a victim and pretend that my childhood is crappy because my parents won't let me stay out past 10 o'clock. So I'm going to say that because I knew friends like that. So I'm going to say that my friends, my parents, parents are doing horrible things to me because I can't stay up past 10 o'clock at night, or they took away this from me. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? I can't talk at the freaking kitchen table. Like, are you kidding me? There's just some spoiled ass freaking kids out there as well that are great parents out there that have spoiled ass, bad attitude kids that they're trying to flip them the F around, that they don't even know what the heck happened to their own freaking kids.
That's very true. That's very true.
Okay. So
But
like I said, you have to be open-minded that there's so many platforms and levels that, like I said, my mind is open, that I've seen and heard every story that even I went, wow, I never knew that, because I only knew it from my perspective. So when I started hearing those people's stories, I went, damn, I never knew that. Thanks for letting me know that. Now I'm aware that there's people out there that had that life experience, because I never had it. I never knew it existed unless somebody
I,
told me
I
about it.
I tell my niece and nephew, if you ever say you're gonna call the cops, I would say, okay, there's a phone, call, and see who's gonna
My dad did too,
you.
girl. My dad was little. And did you even make the attempt? My dad, the odd time he would call our bluff, once in a blue moon, if we tried to challenge him, which you rarely did, but if you tried to once in a blue moon, he would literally just stand up calmly and just point to the phone and go, there's the phone. Go
But I
on
did.
and call the police if you want. You didn't move from your spot. Why? Because you freaking knew. Like, why would I call the police?
And then
Again, getting the
I
roof over my head paid for, the clothes on my back. I'm I'm gonna say they weren't perfect parents, but in the big grand scheme of things, they raised me so that I could survive and be a good human being in this world. That's what they did.
it is, Corey.
That
It's hard
they did
to.
right. And for that, that's what I owe them for. And that came from the discipline
Mhm.
and being strict
Mhm.
parents.
I just tell
We
them
knew
straight
who
out.
all
I'll
my
give them.
friends were. Like, my parents knew who all my friends were. They knew who my teachers were. Like, they knew all my freaking business. Okay, they
It's
were
like
part of my life, whether I liked it or not. Like, we weren't a part of each other's life on a bonding level. We never had that. That I regret and will have to weep for my life. We never had the bonded level. But in the sense of, my parents always knew who my friends were, where I was, who I was talking to, who I was hanging out with. Why? Because you never lied to them and you never tried to go behind their back. Because guess what? If you got caught, you got disciplined, and you never made that mistake twice, because
Mhm.
they needed to teach you, guess what? If you do this in the real world, something worse can happen to you. Like, you might get killed for it. You might
I
get killed
told
for it.
I told my niece and nephew, okay, there's the phone. Let me go get a suitcase. I'll pack all your clothes and you can go. And but they never did, because I told them, who's gonna take care of you? Who's gonna help you? Who's gonna do this for you? Are they? No. So they never did, but it's not to fearmonger them, it's to let them know who's in control.
No.
Because if you let them get control of you, forget it.
Yeah, it was not a fear mongering. It was the odd moment that my father had to say to us, listen, I know I'm strict, and I'm sorry that sometimes I can be a strict a-hole,
Hmm.
because I'm doing this old school. But understand, I'm doing this because I'm trying to raise you. So when the day comes that I'm no longer here and I'm dead, I can go to my grave knowing that my children are not going to die and fall apart when I go, because they weren't strong enough to survive when they went out to the real world, because I didn't give them a bit of a freaking backbone
Oh yeah.
to let them
It's
know there's going to be people out in this world that no matter how good you are, nice you are, that they're going to come at you fake right from the freaking beginning. And the whole
Mhm.
time they come at you, their whole intention is they're going to take whatever they can from you until you realize that.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like they say, children will be children, but let them be children, but not to have a control over you.
Exactly.
And that's what I tell them. See,
When I see these kids
okay.
parenting their parents, I laugh. When I see those kids going, Mom, I'll say I'll go to bed like 3 more hours. I'm like, those words never came out of my mouth once.
Mhm.
As soon as I heard go to bed, you just freaking said goodnight and you went to bed. Thank you. You didn't question, you didn't challenge. Literally,
Mhm.
that's how simple things were, because in the real world, that's how simple respect comes, courtesy comes, how you get along well with others. It comes to even to those simple little things as that. Those were all learning lessons that made you who you were today.
And you know how brothers and sisters fight, right? Well, because they're 3 years difference. them too. And they used to fight a lot. And I said, you know what? You need to respect each other. And if you don't, you go to that corner and you go to the other corner until I say so. You're done. Because disrespect to each other, they end up growing up disrespecting each other.
That's right.
I didn't want that, and because they're only brother and a sister, there's only two of them. Because one day, what happens if I'm gone?
That's
Who's
right.
gonna help? Who's gonna teach them?
Right.
It's
They
my
have,
responsibility, right? So, like I said, it's a
yeah,
rough road for
that's
me.
right. They have to have each other's back. You're always gonna have
Yeah,
sibling rivalry. That's normal. Civil
yeah,
rivalry is normal, but those two need to know no matter what, no matter who goes in this lifetime, no matter how bad it gets, we got each other. Remember, we still are together. We are a team. We got each other. Sis, we got each other, brother.
exactly,
That's the lesson she
exactly.
needs to teach them. And
Yeah,
that's the lesson she is teaching them. And that's the lessons they're
mhm,
learning.
exactly. And they always give me hugs and say, like I said, the younger one, he calls me mom or auntie, whatever they want to call me, right? I said, okay. But they always give me hugs and I always bless them. And I said, okay, give your sister a hug, tell her you love her, and she'll do the same thing. Because I want them to love each other. And this is what love and peace is all about, harmony. In this world, we need more than ever. And all what we were talking earlier, this is what it's all about, is love, peace, and respect. But if with all that, what is it? Nothing,
That's right.
really.
And where does that come from? Like I said, your words and your actions. Because I would tell
Mhm.
people, your words and actions are going to show me whether you're that type of human being that, like I said, is like I give you that one chance. And as soon as you say or something or do something that because you're not stupid. Let me tell you something. Stupid does not exist in this world. It doesn't. There's no such thing as stupidity, okay? There's a mental thing called like mental retardation. That's a disease. Stupidity does not exist. You know what that is? That's called laziness. That's called people that either don't care, they just don't care. So if you don't care, you're not going to care to learn, or you're just lazy. You just don't give a crap. Because literally, it's rarely that I've ever crossed. I literally looked at them and I said, "You are absolutely an idiot." No, it's not. It's because you're either ignorant or you're lazy
Mhm.
or you don't care. There's nobody that is stupid in this world.
Mhm. I just
To me, it's a
uh,
reference term. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like it's a reference term. It's not like a real thing for me. Like to me, it's more of like a feeling of reference term.
you know, they come to me, Grace. Oh God, I don't want to cry, but I'm gonna be strong. They come to
Okay.
me and they ask me questions about my brother,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's hard to explain to them. I said one day I will talk to you guys about it, but
That's
don't
right.
worry about it because you guys are young
That's
and you
right.
won't understand. But when you get older, I will tell you what happened. I said because I don't want to tell them, and then they get like, "Why did my dad did this? Why? What happened?" Question me when reality I don't want to answer those when they're young.
That's right.
And see, this is it's a what is it called? Tough love, you could say.
Yes. Yes.
And
Strict love,
it
tough
hurts
love,
me.
whatever you want to call it. Yes.
It hurts me so much because I want to tell them, but I can't.
But
It's
you
not the
can't
moment.
because
Right.
exactly because you don't need to know this right now, or you don't need
Mhm.
to go through this right now. I can take this on right now because, like I said, the day's gonna come where, like I said, we're all getting older. Everything there's certain things in this life that are inevitable. People, you cannot stop it. The clock started ticking the moment you came into the world. Now,
Mhm.
when are you gonna really, like I said, like when I say people wake up, like really, when are you gonna wake up in the sense of yourself? Get to know yourself, because once you get to know and respect yourself, wow, when you get out into that real world, wow, are you just going to see how the it just comes pouring in. It just comes pouring
Mhm.
right in. Intake, outtake. It's just a mutual intake, outtake of all the time.
My niece, she loves she's a cheerleader, right? She loves to do all that and she likes gymnastics. So she's into all that right
I
now.
did gymnastics when I was a little girl. My parents put me in when I was like, I
'Cause-
did it from like 5 to like 9 years old. It was fun. I loved it. Ah,
And then my nephew, he likes soccer. baseball.
Nice. I did that in high school. So much fun. Like I said, people, like you think we
So
sat
they
there
have to
and
play.
just watched medias and televisions and stuff, man. No, we had fun. We did stuff, man. Like we that's
Yeah,
awesome.
they have to be in some kind of a sports just to get
Yeah. What a great it was such a great outlet as a kid to do sports because that was
Mhm.
the way like because as a kid I couldn't express myself as a growing up even as a young teen because I was not in a household being a strict household like I said it wasn't a bonding household where I could just openly like go up to my mom and dad and be like I'm being bullied today at school or I need a hug or need this because they were old school that way that they didn't do the bonding thing. You know what I mean? They didn't read books to us. So I didn't have that with them, but I was able to get that through, you know, joining and being a part of the sports teams, and doing those things because I made connections there. And through there, I was able to channel out whatever frustrations and feeling I had. I didn't need to talk. I just ran or I just kicked that ball around. Like I didn't need to say anything. It was what I was physically doing that I was still channeling out what I could not
Mhm.
verbally say at that time in my life because I didn't
Yeah.
know I had a voice at that time in my life.
Mhm.
So it came out in other, it comes out through
Well,
hobbies. It comes out through doing extracurricular things. That's where they come out through when as you're a young kid, up at least till
mhm.
the age I found about
Yeah,
15,
my
16.
niece,
That was
my
like,
niece, I get a kick out of my niece because she goes, "Tia" in Spanish, aunt. She goes, "All your cheerleader outfits, are you gonna give them to me when I grow up?" I said, "Well, if they fit you, yeah, you can have them, because I have all my memories in a big box, everything, my trophies, my ribbons, you name it, everything's there." So she asked me not long ago, "Can I have them?" I said, "Well, when you grow up, when you're in high school and so you can have them if they fit you, though." And she said, "Okay, cool." So, I mean, things like that, I have
that's so
mine is theirs,
nice.
you know?
That
Yeah.
is so
Um,
sweet. That is so nice.
mhm. So
Yeah,
it's all tucked
I
away.
wish I kept all that stuff, but life, I lost it in transition. With life, yeah,
Mhm.
I lost a lot of those
I have
uniforms and stuff in
I have
transition. Otherwise, I would have loved to pass that stuff down, my uniforms and my stuff.
I
And
have all my yearbooks from grade school and all in my high school.
I wish I lost. Unfortunately, like I said, when I said I've lost everything in my lifetime a few times, I've really
Mhm.
lost everything in my lifetime. I had to rebuild from scratch. So
Yeah.
I don't have some of
Well,
those
I
things, but
had a
that's okay. It's not a sad pity story because again, when these things happen in your life, they happen for a reason. And it's not because it's just for the F of it. That's not how life
Mhm,
works, people. When things happen in your life, they happen for a reason. And the reason is that's how you grow and evolve and age and do mature as a human being is through your life experiences. And you are never going to know what your life experiences are until that life experience introduces itself and knocks on your front door for the first time.
mhm. Yeah, it's just something I want them to have, I
No,
gotta
like I said,
I'm gonna
I
give it to
wish, I
mine.
wish, because I was thinking about contacting my old high school to be like, "Hey guys, can I get reprints? Like, do you guys, how much is a reprint gonna cost me if you can go back? Like, can you even go back that far?" That's why I never did it because I thought, "Oh man," like I would be like, "Dude," they'd be like, "Yeah, good luck." Like, try to find
Yeah.
like a Gigi or something, or try to find an old friend and maybe they'll give up theirs. You're just like, no.
Mhm.
That's
It's just
very
she knows how to cook. My niece knows how to cook. My nephew
nice.
knows how to do his own eggs, and but I have to watch him, right? But she knows how to bake. She knows how to make tortillas.
Does she like doing it?
Huh?
Does she enjoy it? Does she like doing it?
Oh,
Like, is it her?
yeah,
Does
she
she
loves
enjoy
to
it?
cook.
Oh my
Yeah, she
God, then
loves
make sure you try to, if she really loves it, get her to start watching like the Food Network and let her start watching like Master Chef Junior and stuff. When I
mhm,
am on there and watching these 9, 10, 11-year, 12, 13-year-old like kids that have a passion and an education for food that is beyond my own, that they just embarrass me as I go, I'm sorry, did you just say you bruleed? Look, I've never bruleed anything in my life, child. Like, what did you just say? Like, what was that term? And here I'm looking up these terminologies as I'm going, and that's why I look back and I'm going, good job, mom and dad. good job. Meaning, not that they're not allowing their kids to be on social media, but
Mhm.
that they're learning, that they're leveling everything off so that everything that's coming in is equally coming in, so that one is not overpowering their own original passions and thoughts. So
Mhm.
as I'm watching these freaking kids throw these dishes up there to these three master chefs, you know, like five-star people. And these are freaking 10-year-old kids presenting dishes that you would find in five-star restaurants for $100 a plate. My mouth is hitting the floor going, you children are shaming me miserably. But you know what? This is beautiful. God bless
Mhm.
you, parents. You did a wonderful job raising your children. It's a
Mhm.
great thing when you can see that. When I, like I said, when I can see that stuff, and we do, not only do we see those people that need the help, we also see the miracles and the blessings happening all around us. We're those people that see them. Because I love when I see those people that pray and they go, or when I see people say in the chat, you know, God, like, why aren't you going to do something? Aren't you see what's happening down here? And I'm going, really? Are you that blind? Listen, slow down and be a people and a world watcher. Because if you're a people and a world watcher, you'll realize that prayers are being answered. Maybe they're not yours, but
Mhm.
somewhere somebody's is. And that's the way the universal energy and everything is supposed to work.
You know, I was just talking to this lady not a couple of days ago or yesterday. I'm not sure. It was yesterday. We were talking about at Walmart how in our time, well, I'm saying my time now or yours, I don't know. But the school system
Yeah, yeah.
used to pay for the books, so the pencil, the paper, you name it, the pens, whatever you
Yes,
needed for your
yes, yes. I would just go, yes,
now
yes. I would just go in
now
the
it's
80s. I would just go in the
like
80s. Say yes, yes.
parents have
Even
to
the
buy all
textbooks,
that.
even the textbooks they gave you, they just gave
Mhm.
them to you, and they had a little sticker on the front, and you just
Mhm.
signed your name, and it was that was it. And you put it in pencil, and then at the end of the year, when it was the last day, you would bring them all in, and you would hand them in, and like you know, the bell would ring, and they would just eraser
Mhm.
your penciled name off, and that book would be redistributed. Oh, I'm in Canada, so I'm talking through Canada, but God bless, that's the same way in America, and that's the way I went.
Mhm.
My parents never had to pay for
Mm-mm.
me to have an
Just in high school.
elementary school education or a high school education. Other than
Oh, I
if I went to, other than if you go to like a private school or a school, like I went to a Catholic school, so we wore uniforms. So, you know, you had to buy the uniforms. Other than that, no, the school provided everything. And then, unless you wanted to buy cafeteria food, otherwise, the school provided everything: pencils,
Mhm.
crayons, paper, books, the books you would write in, the notepads, like the everything, the sandbox, like like oh my god, the painting easel, everything was there at school. And that's why being a kid, I loved being at school. And even growing up, I
That's
loved
why
being
we're
at school because there was so much there that was nowhere else in the world. It was
that's
all right.
why we were talking about that yesterday because, now kids, there's so much poverty here in the United States, which is sad.
It's horrible.
But,
It's heartbreaking. You know what's
she
not sad? It should never be happening. We are lucky and privileged people living in first world countries. There is no reason why we should have anybody hungry or anybody homeless. We are living in first world countries, for crying out loud. Wake
Yep,
up. Nobody should be hungry. Nobody should be homeless. Get off
exactly, I
your
agree.
knees, find your voice, wake up, make the change. Literally, be the change that humanity needs you to be. We need more voices. Find your voice and start using them.
And then she was saying some, "Well, we pay taxes on these schools. Where's the money going to?" And I said, "In their pockets." Because it's true. Where's the money? They don't
Sad.
pay enough they don't pay enough money to the teachers to
That's
teach.
sad. See, that does
Why
not
is
happen
the
up
teacher
here
failing
at
teaching
all.
the children? I know,
Nope.
and they're failing teaching the children how to,
That's a shame.
in the public quote system
Yeah. And
because
that's a shame because who's paying the price? The students. Who's paying the price? The teachers. Why? Because the
so
people higher up care only about the money,
it's
not
like
about the education.
it's
And up
like the
here, my country, it's not run that way. Who runs our education system? Our own, like our own people, our own government, our own everybody. So that's why you can choose. Do you want to put your kid in private school? fine. If you do, you pay for that. If you want to put your kid in high school or public school, that's fine. We pay for that, meaning
Mhm.
taxpayers
Same here.
pay for that. Our
Same.
taxpayers pay for that. We pay for that. Hence, we decide what's going to, like, that's the way that it should be. That's the
But
way,
the,
it's the only common sense way it has to be. Otherwise, that's how you have schooling problems.
mhm. But the thing
Like,
is
I
that
never
when
had to do lie detectors. Like, when I went to school, I tell people, when I tell people this, they'd be like, get out of here. I say, listen, people, when I went to school, they would do one drill with us every year at the beginning of the school year. And every year, even though you were like, why are we doing this? Because I just went from grade 5 to grade 6. I'm in the same elementary school. It's the same teacher, but it didn't matter. Every year, they had to do a mandatory one drill. And what was it every year? The fire alarm drill in case the school went on fire. Not one time living in Canada did they ever, at least when I went to school, and I'm pretty sure they're not doing that still. I'd have to double check. Did they ever have to do drills for us for a hurricane may come or tornado may come? There might be a school shooting. I have to dodge bullets because I'm in a war torn country. Like I said, when we live in a first world country, sit down, be humbled. You're already graced. Open your eyes. We're
Mhm.
already graced.
Well, that's why the lady said something like, "Where does our taxpayers go with the school education?" This is what I said because, like I said, I'm in the 80s, but I also do a lot of research. I said, "Well, let's put it this way. It used to be just public schools. Now there's charter schools. So each child that goes to a charter school, they're getting paid
What's
still
a
if they
charter
were
school?
in the public
What's a
school.
charter school?
So
Okay,
our tax paying
what's a
our
chartered
money,
school? Sorry, what's a
it's
chartered
not
school?
a
Explain what
charter
a chartered
school
school.
is almost like a private school, but it's
Okay,
a
yes, we have those
nonprofit.
as well. So private school would be like a charter school. That's right. So guess what? If you want to
But
send your
see,
kid to private school, you're paying for that. Why? Hey, that's a privilege thing. You want your kid, unless you get a scholarship or get,
but the
get
thing,
something like that, like or grants like from the government or student loans. Because guess what? Many people have student loans out there up in Canada, no different than America. It does exist once you hit, college, university, like that stuff happens. But
yeah, but the thing,
it's classified as a privilege, meaning if you want your kid to go to private school, guess what? Taxpayers are not going to pay for that. Your family's going to pay for that because taxpayers shouldn't be
I
paying for your kids to go to private school.
right, I understand that part, but what I'm trying to say is that, like for instance, if I put my niece and nephew in charter school, okay, each child gets a percentage from the government. Each, I think if I'm correct, I'm not right,
Yes, yes, yes.
1,200
Each
per
school,
child.
each school will get a percentage, or each
Right.
institute of that will get a percentage of
So
that.
so if there's so many, so much of public school, okay, and there's more charter school, where's the money gonna go? More to the
Well,
charter
that's
school.
what I'm saying. For your country, it's more into the pockets of the government
Mhm.
or into the pockets of whoever's making profit. Because, like I said, for us, because of us being the taxpayers, like I said, when we do our yearly taxes, a percentage of our yearly taxes, that's why I explain to people our universal healthcare system, our schooling, like all of this. The reason
Mhm.
why we're able to do this is because every single year, when every single Canadian does their taxes, like they do, a percentage of your taxes based on your income goes back into paying for universal health care, schooling. That's why I said private schooling is considered privilege. That's why you're not paying for that as a taxpayer. That's not classified.
Mhm.
But stuff like health care, like right now I can't think of it, but like the stuff that are basically the necessities of what we all need to survive, we all pay like, here's 0.03% went to schooling, which means to cover public schooling and Catholic schooling. That's it. Elementary and
Mhm.
high school for public and Catholic. Nothing private or nothing like that. Sorry, I don't think so. That's it. Why? Because, like I said, at the same time, it's like we can't be your babies. You got to build your own safety under your net.
Yeah, sorry, Nord of Nerd of the North,
Hi,
I
Nerd
still
of the North.
can't
How
see
are
you.
you? Oh my gosh, first time I've ever saw a nerd in here. Oh my gosh, hello.
He's been here, I just can't see him or see him what he's typing. Don't
I
ask
just
me
saw his
why.
name and I said hello, and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
always
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
it's
say
not
hi.
right. So that's what I'm saying. So that's how we know that guess what? I have no problem. If you want to send your kid to a private school, guess what? And you want to pay for it, no problem. Because guess what? I know where the money's going. It's going to that private school. And guess what? I have no problem with that. Why? It's not taxpayers' money that's going. It's the parent that wants to spend their kid, that wants to send their child, who wants to go there. It's coming out of your pocket. I got no problem with that. That's your own personal life decision. That's not coming out of the taxpayers. So by all means do that. But that's the way it's run in Canada. Unfortunately, it's not run
Mhm.
that way in America. So I can only
Right.
speak on my behalf of being in America. Canada, that's why I will ask you sometimes how it is down there, as I'm not all that familiar with American law. But a lot of our laws are similar, but some of them are different.
Yeah. It's just almost the same, but a little different, I think, Canada
Yeah,
and United
yeah,
States.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just, gosh, so many things are happening so too fast, way too fast. Time is going quick, days are going quick, months are going quick. We're already gonna be the end of the year.
Yep,
Crazy.
yep.
But yeah,
That's what I thought. That's pretty much to me what Y2K was. When everyone was freaking out, going, "Oh my God, Y2K! All the computers are gonna go down." I was just laughing my ass off, going, "You people are so vulnerable and gullible. Are you serious?" I mean, Y2K was the moment when, as soon as that hit 2000, time sped up and went double. At that moment, that's what Y2K is for me. Is time sped up at that moment. Boom, it's sped right up.
okay, I'm sending a message to Nerd of the North. I can't see you. I don't know if you said hi, but I hope you did. It's so sad I can't see my bro.
No, that's okay. I'm catching them every so often because I'm watching Zoom. I'm trying to catch whatever I can off the Zoom, whatever's coming up on the Zoom live chat. I'm catching what I can.
Yeah. It's just weird that I can't see him. And then there's another, what is it, Flat Earth Forum. He doesn't
Yeah,
see me either. And like,
that's
am I banned? So I text him a message, or no, he was in my stream. I said, "Am I banning your stream?" And he said, "No, why?" So he went to check, and I said, "Because you can't see me typing." And so everybody was translating what I was saying to him, and I still couldn't see him saying so. I can hear me.
that's some glitch. That's why some glitch you guys are gonna have to figure out. Yeah, I had a couple you know how many YouTube glitches I've had in 4 months? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, tell me about it. Today too, I was all like crazy
Oh
because
my
I went to one stream, okay, a little earlier, um, and then I was hearing what they were saying, and then I end up somehow got out, and then I try to get back in, and it says chat's disabled. I'm like, what? Went out, came back in, I saw myself again, and no, it took me back to another channel. I'm like, wait a minute. So here I am getting out again, and then I went back to that stream, and I was fine. I'm like, what? What's going on here? Crazy.
I tell
But yeah,
you, like glitches.
yeah, it is. They're working on something.
I would like to say they're glitches because I don't want to think that it's like the
Good
spirits or
night,
whatever messing
Squash.
with my electronics or something. I don't know. I like to say they're glitches because my head
Hey,
will think otherwise.
Squash, thank you for coming. Good night. And all those that left, thank you for coming. Yeah, so what we talked about today was a lot of topics, but mainly it's just I wish everybody get along and respect each other and not divide each other because all of us not get divided because we are going to need each other. We are, and it's just around the corner. I'm when I heard Trump saying that he's bringing our troops home, it was just confirming
Did
what
he
I said
really do that?
yesterday.
If he honestly did that, I will say that's one thing I can say that I can say I'm happy and proud to say that your president did that
Well, he
because
is going to
they
do
need
it.
to
He's
come
bringing our
home.
troops home.
These people need to be home with their families. The only time
Yes,
we should ever be at war or be that aggressive or that type
yes, Squash, I will be
that
there.
way
I'll be
weapon
there.
is
Yeah.
when there's an actual genocide happening. Otherwise, back off. You're all too paranoid. Your hands are close to the red buttons. Please get back to
Mhm.
that table and keep talking and stop talking
But
about the red button. Just get back to the
mhm.
table and keep talking until you can agree to disagree. Stop pushing. Try bringing up the red button bullshit.
Hey, hold on. Squash, yes, I'll be there Friday. Karaoke day. But anyways, but you know, it's just we need to give more respect because I have foretold again that our troops need to come home because something big's gonna happen. In other words, it could be civil war. Trump tweeted it out in a way that we can understand it, not completely, but we can. Those that are awake, quote quote, we can understand what he was saying. Now he's bringing our troops home. So what tells you that something's big's gonna happen? And they're so hard taking our guns away. So all this is just adding up little by little. But again, we just have to be prepared.
Well, of course, until it's dealt with or addressed or called out or fixed or
Mhm,
whatever, it's just going to progressively get worse, people, until it takes it
mhm.
all
Um, I'm glad he's bringing our troops home. It's finally, after 9/11, they've been there too long. I think it's time for them to be home. Many people died,
over.
many, not just our own
That's
military, but
one
their
of many moments in history where humanity died.
mhm.
Second World War, humanity died. You can look back in the past and see the moments in our history where we witnessed a moment in time that changed the whole world forever. Why? Because we watched another part of humanity die. We saw people
It's short, but time is going fast. And we're not focusing what's coming toward us either because, again, a lot.
like we're almost effing there. Like, please, like it's like there's more. Like for those that aren't out there yet or don't realize that you are that beacon of light, you are that voice, you are that potential, you are. We need more humanitarians to come back to humanity because you were there to begin with. At some point, you either fell off the path or at some point you never got to experience it in your life. But I'm telling you, it exists. It's not some cult. It's not some philosophy. It's not some whatever. It is your human nature and something that is real. And you need
Okay, let me address. Hold on a minute. Let me address someone here. Hold on. Let me. What I see it. What in the hell? Okay, I'm at good night, cat eyes, Grace. I did sing some.
have a good
Oh,
night. Born and raised.
Davis. David says, "Cat, you falling for the same trick." Obama said he was bringing the troops home, also. But you know what? I disagree because Obama did BS a lot against the United States. That was his agenda. For one, he's an antichrist, which I already knew before he was running for president. Two, Trump is trying so hard to bring him home. The Democrats are the ones that don't want them home. Why? Because they don't want them to protect our country. Why? Because the Democrats still wants control of our country. That's why there's going to be a civil war. Just like the Yankee and the Doodle, you could
Did you
say the North
really?
and the
Did you
South.
just wait a minute? Did you just say there's going to be? Wait a minute. Did you just say there's going to be another civil war?
That's their plans. I'm
Literally, did
telling
you
you.
just say there's? Did
Yeah,
you just say literally? Because you want
another.
to know something?
Yeah.
I literally felt this about a year ago that I literally started saying this on Twitter that I had to stop saying it because I was getting upset because I was literally saying, guess what? Your country is headed for a second civil freaking war. And if you don't see this is coming, that's why I had to step away from like the political stuff because I was just like, guys, you need to come back. You're one country. Why are you divided? You are one
Mm-hmm.
nation. You're called United States of America. Stop segregating yourself as parties, as cultures,
Mm-hmm.
as religions, because when it becomes toxic, go back to the basics of
Which,
I am a human being. I am like go back to that. Always go back to that.
but the thing is that the Democrats has been in control in 1970s until Obama left. But now it's the turn of Republicans. But Trump is in it to his neck with it too. But yet, I see it has some time for us to prepare ourselves, basically. But Trump tweeted last week, like I said, he gave us a hint, and those are awake, understand the hint that he was giving us. Now that's a week ago. Now this, I think it was yesterday. I think it was today when he was saying that he's bringing the troops homes. He knows what's coming. So we don't know, but I have a feeling it's that it's war.
That's what,
That's why they're
yeah, that's
building
what
the
I
wall.
felt. Like, that's literally what I felt like almost a year and a half ago. And I had to like step
Mhm.
away from anything political because I started realizing, okay, I'm getting emotionally involved, like me, because there was no way that just some of the stuff I was reading, even being an impartial person, it was just some of the stuff I was reading from both sides. Being a Canadian, my brain was going, this is just nuts because I just don't even hear this stuff up here coming from any of our parties. So I was just like, not that I don't like support it or like to each their own and stuff. It was just like I had to step back because I just went. Some people just go hardcore on you when you give your honest opinion. They were just right down your freaking throat, and it
Hey,
didn't matter what side they were on. And I was up here going, what the heck, man? Don't you remember your sister to the freaking north? Don't you remember your freaking neighbor, your freaking cousin? Hey, man, like, I'm just like, why are you treating me like I'm suddenly like you don't freaking know me from a freaking hole in the ground? And who the hell are you? I'm like, when did we get to this point? Like, hello, we're friends, we're families, we're allies, we're neighbors, we're connected.
yeah,
We've been that way for hundreds of freaking years.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, that was
come on.
crazy. I
And
agree. Like,
it's on both sides though. It's on Canada and the States. But I find that I've got more of the backlash coming from America. And that's why I stepped away from
well,
American politics and I went, forget it. Because as soon as I do an honest opinion and I even do it impartial, either way, you know what? I was pissing in someone's wind. And so I went, forget it. Uh-uh. So,
well, yeah, like I agree. It's the United Nations against the United States. I agree on that part, but it, we all have to stand as one. That's all I know. In the United
yeah, I don't
States,
know
we have to
where it's
stand as
gonna come
one.
from, but I just feel like a war. Like there's gonna be one that's gonna surprise us, like something that we're going, are you serious? Like these two people are gonna fight? This makes no sense. Like that's just the whole thing I got. It just went
It's
like, is
all
that,
about control. It's all about control. That's all it is about control. Who's better and who's not.
and it
They're
shouldn't be
not.
about that. And it shouldn't be about that. It doesn't matter who's better or not.
Mhm.
It only should matter on the scale of your own country, meaning what your own people have. If you're a good country and you're good people, then you're automatically going to know that on an international scale. It's that simple. It's like the word and the credibility for me. I look at it as the word and the credibility of you, but not as you as an individual, but like that of like a country. Does that make sense? Like the words and the
Mhm.
actions of and that's why I had to step back because I said, even though I would try to say impartial things, I realized that either way, either side was going to attack me. That I went, I need to step back because even if I'm speaking impartial, you're wound up so tight right now that you're not even noticing I'm speaking impartial. So I'm just going to step right now back because I just don't want to get upset and get involved because I don't know enough to get involved, to get, invested or upset. And you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But my own politics and country right now is a different story as my election's coming in 14 days. And oh my God, I swear to God, they better win again. That's all I know. Is they
He'll
better.
win.
I know where I'm
Trump
voting.
will win.
No, I
Trump's
mean, I know
winning
I'm saying in
2020.
14 days,
Oh,
Canada is having their next, we're getting a, well, not a new prime minister. It better not be a new prime minister. But anyways, that's my personal view and opinions, and we'll stop there. But yes, we're having our next election in 14 days.
oh wow.
So they are hitting the
It's
trails
it's
hard right now. It's like, oh my
it's
God, I'm voting in 14 days for the next prime minister of my
it's like that. It's
hello.
like that president. It's like that president in Mexico. He's been running for president for years. I mean, years, and he finally won. But
Yeah,
he's a communist.
sad.
Hmm.
Sad.
And
But you
now
know what? But like I
they're
said,
hold
it
on.
was done legitimately and it was done legally, and those were the votes of the people. As much as we don't like it, you have to accept it unless at some point that person or government becomes all genocidal on their own people. And then that's when we step in as a united
Mhm.
nation to say, hey, now what you're doing is wrong. You need to stop.
Well, this is when he won. Okay, as president. Mexico, before he went, Mexico was never involved, no war. They didn't want that.
None,
That's why they fought their
none,
independent, okay?
none.
But since this guy won, this man, they're united with the United Nations now. How do
Yeah,
you think about that? I'm like, what? You know, when I heard about it, I'm like, oh my God, forget it. Because see, Mexico holds back a lot of countries to come against the United States.
yeah. Again, Mexico is not a first world country. You're asking a first world
Mm-mm.
country to take care of an epidemic that's being flooded to them by a southern border that they're
Mhm.
connected to other countries that are pretty much second, third world freaking countries. When they sit there and
Mhm.
say they're not doing anything, I'm like, they're not, it's not that they're not doing anything. They don't have the money or they don't have the manpower. It's not that they're not doing anything because they don't want to. They're doing the best they can. They're freaking out numbered, out moneyed, out. Like they just don't have it because they're not a first world country.
Mhm.
And that breaks my heart because I
Yeah.
know they're trying their hardest. I know that for a lot of the, like not all the government, for the certain people, their government and people, they are trying their hardest to stop this. But the money, is not there.
But
The
see,
resources are not there as much as they are for us in
okay,
first world countries.
this is what Uzi said. Let's fight for the rights of the French people trapped in Canada and allow the to return to France.
Listen, listen to me. The French people, let me tell you something. The
Hmm.
majority of the French people living in France that are actually French people that were actually ancestors born in effing France, if you're lucky
Hey, Dad.
at this point, is maybe 50 freaking percent. Okay? That's how I feel about Quebec.
My
The moment Quebec wanted to ask Canada and wanted to ask, no, the first time they asked, I can't remember if they asked, demanded, because I just remember the first time I heard it. So it was a long time ago. So I don't want to quote it incorrectly. But the first time that Quebec asked, claimed, demanded, fought, I don't remember, that they wanted what I will use my French as separation from freaking Canada. My ass was like, are you effing
That's
freaking kidding me? You're freaking attached to us if you're part of the freaking middle. But like, are you serious? What do you mean you want separation? You think you're that freaking much better than the other freaking 12 provinces that got along perfectly fine? Like, are you kidding me? Listen, you're not from freaking France. You're not France, Paris. You're not Europe. Understand that Europe exists
look.
in Europe. That place already exists there. My eyes went like, what? I'm like, if you want it, like I was like, you know what? God bless. If you want it, let's give it to them. And at the same time, let's cut them out and let them float as a freaking island. And you can be known as Quebec, the freaking island, and let you be your own. Like, what do you mean you want separation? You want separation? I want to have full separation because this
Hi,
makes no common sense to me. And it never
hi, Daddy. Welcome.
passed.
Sorry, interrupt.
And it never
But
passed.
but see,
Because people
look.
saw the common sense going, guys, that doesn't make any sense. Because a lot of, again, it's like 50-50. A lot of people live there that are not French. They're Canadian, they're Italian, they're Portuguese, they're whatever. They're German, they're Polish, they're like it's very universal now. That's why it's never
Mhm,
happened. Because we're
mhm,
never gonna allow it to happen because common sense says it doesn't make any sense. You've been a part of
mhm.
us for over 200 something years. What do you mean you want to leave? Like, what?
Well, the thing is that United Nations wants all these countries. They already got Venezuela. Now Colombia opened the doors for Venezuela because they were running out of food, quote quote. Okay, so what they did, the president from Colombia opened the door so they can get food for their family. Guess what? Colombia is already in the waters. They don't have that much food now. Who's
No,
next?
because those are second, third, those are second and way third
Yeah,
world countries.
that-
Are you kidding
it's.
me? That's why people send aid in because we already
Mhm,
know first world countries send aid in to
mhm.
second and third world countries. Why? Because we know when travesties of weather, war, or whatever happens, we know they're going to need aid. We've got it. We can sacrifice it because we can make more of it. We already have it in mass quantity. We're first world countries, no problem. That's where
Mhm,
humanity comes in. Again, it's just generalized humanity. Again, that's all
mhm.
it is, just generalized humanity. You
Trying to
help where
survive,
you
yeah.
can help, you help. Where you can
But
help, you help. It's that simple.
yeah, it's so sad to see these countries. I mean, like they say it in Spanish, mis hermanos, mis hermanas, my brothers and sisters, what they're going through.
Yeah.
Because we're all, brothers and sisters, no matter
Yes.
what, we all are. Just because we don't run the same bloodline
That's
or
right.
blood, we're still
Right.
brothers and sisters. I mean,
Exactly. We still have two
yeah.
legs, two arms, a head, eyes, heart. The same thing that you have in you that allows you to live is the same thing that exists in me that allows me to exist. It's exactly the
I
same.
agree, 420. I was gonna just say that 420. It is true. People send the help, like clothing, you name it, to these
That's
countries.
right.
They
They're
don't. They
supposed
don't get it. They don't get it. They only get some kind of a help.
But you know
But
what? Even
who
if they
keeps
get
it?
some kind of the
The
help, like
government.
I said, you at least you try because you can never regret helping the wrong people or trying to help. Why? Because what happens is where I see is if people stop eventually helping. Because I understand that people get burned and they get hurt by it. So then eventually what they do is they go, you know what, then I'm going to start helping. Then you know what happens when everybody gets burned enough times and everyone says, I'm going to stop helping? Then everybody stops helping. What happens? Humanity ceases to exist and we all
Mhm.
freaking die. Hence comes the end of freaking mankind. That's why we can
Mhm.
never go that far. You can never regret helping the wrong people because if your intention was genuinely to send the food and that, and if it tragically never made it to the people you generally sent it, that doesn't mean that you were stupid or you got fooled or any of that. That just shows your true nature that, hey, I understood there was a crisis. We intervened and we did the best humanitarian aid that we can do. And I'm sorry it didn't turn out the way it did, but we tried to help. Again, it shows your word and credibility and your character as a human being, has as a country, if you're speaking on that higher up level.
Yeah. I mean, it's so sad to see all this happening,
Yes,
honestly. But
it is.
there's
The whole
okay.
world is happening. The whole world. The whole world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Globally, people, this is universal. This is not Western. This is universal.
Latin says bow down before the one you serve, you're gonna get what you deserve.
Oh, Nine Inch
Mhm.
Nails. Oh, God bless whoever just said that. I'm a major Nine Inch Nails fan. So, hello. Hello. Who said that? Lane Cafe? There it is. That's my favorite
Ma
freaking band of
okay,
all time. And when I finally
if
got to see them live for the first time in a crowd of only 3,000 people and ended up at the hospital after with like so many concussions, and I didn't care because I had the smile on my face of a lifetime going, that was the best show, Doc. Just patch me the F up. Here's my health card and let me freaking go. They
hey, Flatlander,
great
you missed some of the people, you guys. They came in
great
earlier,
bands.
Flat.
Nine Inch Nails, they are a great band. Nine Inch Nails is an awesome, awesome band. Trent Reznor is a poet of an artist. He is.
I don't know who they are.
Oh, Nine Inch Nails. Yeah, I know they came. Well, I heard them came out with them in the early '90s. So yeah, I started following them from their first album, Pretty Hate Machine. And yeah, no, they're
Mhm.
being humanitarian. I follow a lot of artists that I recognized, like because I love music. I recognize those artists that were entertainers and those artists that use their gift of being a musician as a platform to be like not artists but more like truth tellers, and like they speak from like personal life experience. They speak from using other people's voices, and he's one of those bands, and he just exposes himself and exposes the world. And so yeah, it was great coming across that album at the age I was at. It was like Pretty Hate Machine. You got that right. Right. Or was that from Downward Spiral? That might have been the second album, actually, which would have been the Downward Spiral.
Grace,
Sure.
can you take over the panel just for a second? I gotta go. I would
Yeah, I'll
say.
watch them. Yeah, I'll watch them.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm just seeing the major live chats going in. Sorry, y'all. Because I don't even have YouTube open. I'm not even watching it, but I'm just catching the big ones that come up. Well, I hope so. I hope so, Enlightened Cafe. I always want to see that American flag. I always want to see it flying. I always want to see that American flag flying with every single star on it, unified. I want to see that flag flying, unified, always. Always, 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 always. Absolutely. That's right. You never want to see another flag flying in another country. No way. You never want to see another flag flying in another country. That's how you know the people lost. That's how you know the people's voices weren't heard. That's how you know you never, 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 never want to see that. Nope. I told you, I like my cousins to the south. Like there were times I've been, man, you know how much money I saved going to America shopping? Do you know how many last hours I got going to America? It was great. Because your last call is an hour longer than ours, man. Like I said, I love my American country. Like I said, I have no problem with America. I have no problem with Americans. I have a problem with certain Americans who expose themselves as not them really being Americans, but just them being not very nice people. It just so happens that's where they live. Oh, don't start with me, Jersey boy. Don't start, Jersey boy. Because I know you're not going to start with me. Because I am so relaxed right now, dude, and chilled and purged that guess what? Nothing can set me off. Okay, yeah, I won't say nothing can set me off because I might jinx myself with karma. But I hope to God that nothing will set me off. But yeah, no, man, not even happening. So you can tell me Trudeau's a freaking wussy right now for all I care, and it's like right off the shoulders, man, like rain, water on olive oil. Just no
Yeah.
reaction. Hello, welcome back.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh my God, I gotta be up in 3 hours,
I was
five
about to
hours, four
say I
hours.
should let you go because I know you're in the same time zone as me. So
It's
I don't
not
know.
that I have
It's
a hectic
I don't
day
know
again.
what time is it where you're at?
Right now it's 2 o'clock in the AM and I have to be up by
Okay,
6.
so you're 3 hours behind. Wait, five. Yeah, so you're 3 hours behind me. It's 5 a.m. where I wait. No, sorry. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. where I am at. So you're 3 hours behind me. I'm East Coast.
Yeah.
So
I know I have a hectic day. Like I said, the beginning of October picked up for me, all
yeah.
of it. So I have a lot to do. Plus, I have a lot of paperwork, get all my information for taxes coming up next year. So I have a lot to
I
do.
also have to pay attention to what time zone you're in because if I knew what time zone you're in, then I can like
No,
when I
we're
have
fine.
everybody notified, but then my brain will trigger more when I speak to people and know what time zone. Then I calculate my brain and go, okay, so and
No,
so
you're 3 hours ahead.
so and
You're
so
the
is
East
6 hours
Coast.
ahead of me. So and so is my brain
That's
does
so
that.
crazy.
So thank you
And
very much
now
for letting me know.
I have to
And
keep track with UK time because they're 8 hours ahead, and then
yes,
where Australia is
for
a
me, they're
day.
6 hours. 8, 6, they're 5. Yeah, 5, 6,
It's
7,
like,
8. I
man,
hate
everybody's
6 hours ahead of me, I think it is. I hated math. I'm an English person. I love letters. Don't give me numbers, but I can love playing with letters, but I can't stand numbers, man.
Oh, what is this? A
You know,
420 says American fights for freedom. We nice people don't tread on us. Okay. I'm pissed. My white what has gone to Trump. I don't know.
okay, I think the chat has reached the point. Well, I realize what time I'm at, I think the chat's reached the point where they've reached their poopy wacky level. That it's time that I'm going to head out. But
I'm
thank you very much. No,
pretty sure American
you guys
student went
are so
to
wonderful. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure coming into your live streams and watching it, but it's been more of an honor to be on this panel. So I thank you for allowing me to reach out to you. And I thank you
Mm-hmm.
for allowing me to, I'm just thanking you for being a friend. That's it. Just thank you for being a friend. That's what you
I'm
did.
everybody's friend. I get along with everybody. I just don't like the
Yeah.
ugliness I see.
You've
That's
always been my
me. I mean,
friend, but you've just been my friend on a different level right now. So it's like, thank
right,
you for
right.
being my friend on a different
I
level.
love everybody. I really do. I mean, I respect everybody because that's me. You know, I always
That's
gave
right. Because in
respect.
the end, I can agree to disagree unless you're
Mhm.
totally like gone. Then I just need to like walk away and like leave me alone, please. Just please leave me alone. That's all I say. Just
Because
please leave me alone.
we're all one family. There's a song, "We Are Family" or something like that.
I
Is there a
love
song
that
like that?
song. It's the classic
Mhm.
of the 70s. Yes, we are family. Classic song, great song. How many weddings have you been to where that song is played? Come on. That song's a
Oh,
classic. So
yeah.
thank you very much.
But
I appreciate it. And I will send you a message and I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow and hope the kids have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I'll definitely talk to you soon. Thank you so much for everybody who's here. I'm not
I
aware
know
of
that
who's
they're
here.
gonna have fall break
Thank
right
you so
now, pretty
much for
soon.
everyone who's here and allowing me to come up, and I appreciate it. And if I miss some comments, I do apologize. I will go back and watch it again later. If the comments are still active, I will go back and I will read it and I will address it because I see everything, but unfortunately this evening I could not see everything as I needed to not be me. I was not me. That's just it. I was not me anymore, and now I am. So I needed to ground myself again.
I'm gonna stay on still for another what until 4 hours. So we
Well,
have 11 minutes. If you want to go ahead, and I'll just chat for a little bit, and then I'll cut it at 4 hours.
oh well, there you
If you want to stay, you can stay. If you want to go, you can go. It's up to you.
I'm gonna head out because I appreciate it, but for me it's 5 in the morning, so I'm gonna head
Oh,
out.
that's
So
right. You're
I'll let you enjoy some time. Plus, I don't mind jumping into the chat and talking to them for a little bit and saying hi, and
okay.
because I
Cool.
unfortunately said I've not been
Yeah,
able to look
that's
at it other
anytime.
than through Zoom, so I caught some of it, but not
Oh, it's,
so.
I will give you guys a candy bag. Give me your address and I'll send it to you guys.
No problem. Hey, Halloween's my favorite holiday. Like I got to get out there and get some candy soon before those either they disappear or those prices go crazy. Thanks so much, everybody.
I'll,
Have a great
I'll
night.
send you
Take
guys some
care.
goodie bags.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming,
Thank you.
Grace.
Take care, everyone.
Right. Okay, everyone. Oh my gosh, that was nice. Candy bag. I need a helmet issue. Here are sorry, y'all. I just want the chat to feel like they are leaving with at least one thing. True. See, I wish I did had it so I could send it all to you guys. I agree. But anyways, I'm so happy all of you guys came. Even those that the first community that I was at, they also came, which I was very surprised. But they left already, but they were here. But all of you guys are in chat, and those are watching still, and those are gonna left. I love you guys. I really do. You guys are my brothers and sisters. So I love you all. And I don't know what else to say, but I am tired. I usually give my chat my dirty thoughts. Give you dirty socks to watch. Oh my god. But anyways, I'm glad you all came. I really wasn't expecting to be this long, but it did. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys soon. Kim, I'll talk to you in a little bit. But thanks for everybody for coming, honestly. Yes, I am. I wish I wasn't, but yes, I am. I have to have no choice. But I'm going on vacation soon, so yeah, I gotta make some money. So, but anyways, thanks to everybody for coming. I don't know who's gonna do a live stream, so whoever is, I might just go and see you guys for a little bit. But thanks for coming, everyone. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna head out. Bye, everyone. Much love, peace, and harmony. Many blessings with all my heart, you and your families. So I'll talk to you later. Bye. Cheer cats, I may go live. Okay, I'll see you there. Be there. I didn't see yours yesterday. I'll see because I went to sleep early, but I'll stop by. You're welcome. All right. Bye, Jax. I hope you're feeling better now. I hope you better. But anyways, all right. Talk to y'all. Adios.